start on that. I don't know if it's gonna mean that I'm gonna go live, that I'm gonna be live though. But if I hit test on that, test. Yeah, I don't understand why my YouTube Twitch is not popping up, or my YouTube chat is not popping up. Let me just reconnect onto that one more time. Continue. Okay, and then make sure we are live there. Let me just go back to the channel. Okay, so that works. Now if I hit test, still doesn't show up, but that's fine. I'm gonna... What about this one? If I hit test on back on Twitch. Okay, it works. It's just delayed. Okay, perfect. So we're back. Okay. So I don't know why YouTube is always delayed, but it works on both. So technically, if people are chatting today, I should not be missing the chats. I apologize if I do. My my chat windows have been a little bit buggy these days. I don't know why. But yeah, I haven't played some Slay the Spire 2. Actually, I've been lying. I've been playing a little bit of Slay the Spire 2 offline. But now we're still going to try to play Ascension 0 and unlock every character to start, and then we're going to start playing Ascension. Right now, I seem to have an issue or a problem playing into this current build or this current character, which is what's his name? What's this guy's name? I don't know. But before we get into that, I realize that it's not streaming right now, so let me just change some graphics a bit. I think I need to click on full screen. VSync off. Window resizing, sure. FPS limit. Let's put that at the max. My 360. And then go back. We're gonna save in quick. I'm gonna reload the game, just to see if it's gonna pop up after. If not, I'm just going to go in the regular style of just sharing my desktop. I also don't know why it keeps open at the top. Oh, I think I have an issue here. One sec. I think somehow it made my top monitor my main monitor. What's wrong with my PC these days? No, it is my main display. Apply. Identify. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So let's go into putting some sound. And then I don't know why I'm redlining on my microphone. So I might be too loud on the mic. Give me one sec. Just gonna lower the dB pretty much. Check. Let's put it at 50. Check. Let's put it at 48. Check. All right, now I'm in the yellow. Still redlining a bit. Let me put it at 45. Check. I think that should be good. Now, I could make, just make sure here. Yeah, so this is not at the max here. Check. I want to hear myself too, so I'm going to hire that in my ears. I don't hear my side tone too much now. And I can higher the volume here. Now, I also want to make sure that I'm capturing my Slay the Spire. There we go. I forgot what this guy... Oh, yeah, the Regent. I can't beat the Regent right now because I'm not used to this character's build yet. So we're gonna learn as we go. I wish I had better side tone in my ears though. Like more mic side tone and less game in my ears. You know what? Let me change something real quick, chat. I'm gonna hire my gain back up. I'm gonna put that one up to 52. And then I'm redlining on that, so I'm going to lower this a tad. Check. That should be good, right? Let's go from there. If people are gonna start tuning in and chatting, then let me know, chat, how audio is. Oh, we should be good now. I'm just continuing a game from yesterday, so I'm not too sure where I am at right now in the map, if I'm in level 1 or 2, but I'm most likely going to fail, and then we could just rethink as we go. Actually, you know what? I think we just started the run, now that I think about it. Because I remember yesterday when we played, we picked up this capsule, and then the capsule gave us the Vajra, which gives us an extra strength when we start the fights. So let's have a look at the map and see what we're at. The Vantum, I remember fighting this guy before. The map, we are in Act 1, I'm pretty sure. If we're fighting Vantra, yeah, so we are Act 1. And I think I wanted to choose this path just to try to get some card upgrades and maybe fight some elites, which would probably have us fight 2 elites. The reason why I'm also doing that is because there's this relic that has, like, if you beat 5 elites, you get like this special super strong relic. I don't know which one it is or what it does, so I want to try to get it. Yeah, bro, I cannot lie. I did not expect this with a name like Slay the Spire. Now, you never seen the gameplay? Oh, shoot. Yo, what's up, Polar, by the way? You're not gaming anymore? Or are you taking a small break? Slay the Spire, if you don't know what this game is, Ian, is basically a roguelike deck builder. So, same thing as usual. I'm going to explain my train of thought and what the cards do for any newcomers that are watching this for the first time, so you could kind of know what's going on. Slay the Spire, though, as a TLDR, it's a game that has 3 acts, where we currently are at act number 1. And the goal is to choose a path and to climb through. And if you look at the legend here, depending where you go and what path you want to choose, you go into regular fights with these guys. These guys. These guys are elites, as you could see. And what elites do is that when you defeat them, they drop relics, which are these things you can find at the top of your bar here, that gives you like boosts, buffs or whatnot. Wanted to say hello. I appreciate you, Eden. Much love, man. I miss you, dude. I'm glad that you're back in streaming, and I hope you've been well. I hope the little break was good for you. So, if we're gonna try to heal here, it's 30% rather, and it's 22. I feel like it's an overheal, so I'm going to Smith, so we can upgrade a card. And what I would like to try with this character is to try to build into the Sovereign Blade a lot more and do more damage with that. And you get this from the Forge. And I think once you get to like 10 Forge, it comes into the Blade. And the more Forge you add, the more the Blade becomes stronger. So we'll get to that example when we get a chance. So let's start with a Gather Light. This character, if you're still here, Ian, I'll explain the game a little bit as well. So you have here, usually on any other character, you have this energy, right? You don't have this star thing. This is new with this guy. But energy means every card that you play has like an energy that you have to spend to play the card. So I just played, what card did I just play? Oh, sorry, I have to look at my discarded card. So I just played this Gather Light. So it cost me 1 energy to get 7 block and gain 1 star. So the block basically is armor. And you think about the armor kind of like shields in Valorant. So it doesn't mitigate like a certain percentage. It actually mitigates 1-for-1 in terms of the damage that your opponent is looking to output. So for here, for example, after our turn, we always play our turn first. He's going to attack us for 4 times 2. So he's looking to hit us for 8, which basically means if I don't have enough shield, I'm going to take 1 damage, which is probably what I'm going to do because I want to try to damage as much as I can. 1 damage is not too much for me. So it's going to cost us now 1 regular energy point to play these 2 cards, which were 7 damage each. So we did 14 to him. And as you saw, we blocked most of it and just took 1 damage. Now, what's new with this character is that you have the stars. So stars are basically, you have cards that you could play over here that would cost you actually stars instead of energy, or energy with stars. So that's the name of the game. Pretty simple. So we're going to attack this guy to get 1 star and 1 energy, which is good. Which then I want to maybe weak and vulnerable. I know he's not going to hit us at all, but we're just going to look to play our cards anyways. So he's going to hit us for 12 now. So I think since we only have one defensive card, might as well use that. So technically we're going to eat 7 damage for this turn. And the reason why he's doing so much is because we're actually vulnerable, so we take 50% more. If not, it'll probably be like 3 times 2, which would have been 6, and we'll only take 1. So as you saw, we just played a card over here that builds Forge. So I guess it's just 5 Forge that brings out the sword, if I'm not mistaken. But we have this Sovereign Blade that flies around us now, so this Sovereign Blade stays within our deck. And the more we build Forge cards, or we play Forge cards for the combat, the more the sword, instead of doing 18 damage, will eventually climb up in terms of damage. So that's the name of it right here. Let's see. I think I'm going to throw a weak at him. So now he's going to do less damage. So instead of 12, he's going to do 8. And we eat 5 damage, or mitigate 5 damage. So we're going to eat 3 damage. We're going to receive 3 damage, which is not too bad. Now he's only 14 HP left, and our Sovereign Blade does 18 damage. Might as well just kill him. So at the end of the fight, you get gold and a card to choose. And again, I want to choose 2 cards in your draw pile to transform into minion strikes. Deal 7 damage, draw 1 card, and exhaust. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we have 2 types of build that we could do with this character, it seems, the Regent. You probably have a deck build for minions, or you have a deck build for the sword. And since we already started with the sword, I will go with the sword first, and then the next time we fight it with this character, we could try the minion build and see which one we like better. So same train of thought here. I feel like I would be over healing, and it's not worth it for me, so I'm going to go with a smith, so we could upgrade a card. And instead of 8 is 9 damage, not really worth. Forge at 15 is kind of nice. Stars gain 3. We don't have a deck so far that is asking for so many stars. Most of it is energy points, with the exception of Falling Star. So I think Spoils of Battle will be kind of good to have once we start building into the Sovereign Sword deck. So now we gotta fight 3 guys. This guy's gonna shield up. This guy's looking to debuff me, and this guy's gonna hit for 7. So if we do a Gather Light, now we mitigate all the damage for this turn. I think I'm gonna go with, like I said, I don't feel like we need a Venerate, because our main deck, the only thing that needs stars is this Falling Star. We already have 4 stars. So I'm just gonna go with attacking. And I feel like I always have to attack the right side first. Like, the debuffs are always annoying. He's probably gonna like make us attack less. Oh, it's block. So he frailed us, so we take 25% more damage. So let's go ahead with bringing out our sword. And then the Sovereign Blade is gonna hit for 18. What should we do here? I think I'm gonna do a Solar Strike. And then a Spoils of Battle. Instead of hitting for 14 2 times. So we'll do that. This card gets retained, so I think we get to play next turn. Which is huge, because now, even though we receive a little bit of damage from this guy, I'm going to go straight into a Sovereign Blade that does 33 damage. That's going to insta-kill this guy, and this guy's just looking to shield up. So we are winning by using our blade now. And as I mentioned before, because we have this card that's asking for 2 stars, 0 energy, so we could give him a weak and a vulnerable. The weak doesn't really matter because he's not looking to attack, but the vulnerable is good. It allows for us to do more damage with our strike, and we killed him here. Photon Cut. Summon forth. I think I like this one because we bring the sword of the our Sovereign Blade sword back, and we get to add 8 Forge. And I'm assuming 8 Forge means that we're adding 8 more damage to the Sovereign Sword. Now we open a chest. Start each additional combat with an additional focus point. And this is only for the first turn. Which is good, because we're going straight into an elite fight. Where, oh, this guy hurts. So what should I do here? So I'm going to Solar Strike. I'm going to Forge. That will bring us a Sovereign Blade. And then let's add the Vulnerable to him so we could do the more damage. Double damage to So that's 50 damage already. That's huge. That's actually a very good start. Because this guy's only going to wake up now. And I think he's only going to attack, like, not this turn, but the next turn. And I think he usually hits for 25, so he hits like a bus. So I think I'm going to draw cards and see if we get lucky. We got nothing good here. Might as well just bring some stars in and some attack cards. And then hopefully our Sovereign Blade comes out for our next turn. Yes, it does. Okay, hold on. We gotta think this. I think I have no choice but to bring the Sovereign Blade out. 25 and 8 forge, so technically at 33, right? If our math is correct. If this means that I'm adding 8 damage to this sword currently at 25, when the sword comes back, which is the card, we should hit for 33, make that even 34. So we already killed him. This is perfect. That was a very good elite fight. Lucky Fish. Whenever you add a card to your deck, gain 15 gold. So let's do this. Royalties. At the end of the combat, gain 30 gold. Deal 7 damage to all enemies. All enemies lose 1 strength this turn. That's kind of good. These two are kind of good. I already have a Gather Light. I don't feel like I'm getting too much damage right now in Ascension 0. Let's see. Are we getting close to a shop? Not in Act 1, but maybe in Act 2. We are already at 252 gold. But like I said, we're not facing enemies that are doing too much damage right now. So I think it makes sense for us to take royalties here. Because like that, we're just going to keep building gold until we get into a shop and we could potentially buy some good relics. So let's forge our blade. This is going to hit for 18, so it would kill this guy. Let's do a weak and a vulnerable for this, and then probably just get 1 energy, get 1 star for the next turn. Royalties, royalties. Steal a 9 damage and gain 1 of each, right? We'll defend as well, and then we get to do a 7-point damage. We're going to eat 19 minus 5, so 14 damage. I don't think we really need the power potion yet. I don't think this is an elite fight that we're fighting, right? This is a normal fight. The next fight's an elite fight. So again, 17 plus 15, that's 32, right? Yeah, see? So it does. Okay, so it directly affects the damage points. So let's take 2 shields so we could block this attack. So we're going to eat 1 damage. Or we're going to take 1 damage. And now we could bring forth our blade. Which would be kind of good because we could immediately kill this guy. And then we're not going to eat any damage this turn. This guy's just looking to slime me. Let's do a block here. Let's do a damage and forge 7. That will put us at 47. Right? Yeah, 47. And then we add another 15. I think it's overkill for us to do this once we get our sword, but it's whatever. We don't have any other cards to play anyways. I feel like I should have done the reverse because it would have killed him by now, but it's okay. We kill him this turn here. One solar strike and he's donezo. Now the next fight will be tough because deal 12 damage next turn, draw 2 cards. Spectrum shift. At the start of your turn, add 1 colorless card. That's kind of cool. But I still want to build the sword. The reason why I say it's tough because we're about to get to the elite fight. Royalties is removed from your deck. The thing that's dangerous is we're about to hit an elite fight, right? And we're already like half HP remaining. Do I want to risk losing 3 HP so that my next card is a random one? Let's say like a strike or something, and we get to keep royalties? Or do we get rid of our royalties cards so that we survive to 31, like as much HP as possible? I'm going to do the hold on. Strike is removed. That's perfect. So we only lose a strike. It's not too bad versus a spoils. Hopefully this one is give me some health, but it's a chest instead. It's a strength at a rest site. I'll explain that once we get to the rest site. If we actually fight, if we actually beat this guy. So we have 4 turns to start. I'm going to summon forth my my Sovereign Blade. We're going to take 1 damage. It's about to hit me for 12. So we could do a 1 weak, 1 vulnerable. We could do a Spoils of Battle. And now we hit him for 51. I'm going to play a power card to see what we get. We should have done this in the beginning. So that whenever we attack, he loses a strength, and then basically he maybe with the attacks we would have done, he'd be at 0 and 3. So I'm not going to choose the Monarch's Gaze. I'm going to take... and your turn, the first 2 cards you play each turn are free to play. Let's do that. It'll probably get us to kill this guy faster. So we're going to eat 9 damage. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. First 2 cards are free. Let's bring out the royalties. I mean, everything's 0 right now. Oh, okay, the first 2 cards we choose. I thought it was like the first 2 on the left. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so we're going to eat a lot of damage here. We're at 7 HP left. We should still win this fight, but it doesn't put us in a good position for the boss fight here. Weak potion, meat on the bone. Meat on the bone is actually pretty good, but I don't think we have another fight before. So it's not really worth, but it's okay. Gamma Blast. Deal 13 damage. Apply 2 weak, apply 2 vulnerable, or crush under. Deal 7 to all enemies. All enemies lose 1 strength this turn. I think I'm going to go with this one. This will, of course, heal up. So that's what we're talking about. That's what, to explain what I was trying to tell you guys once we get to the rest site. So this relic that we have, we can now click train. We have three dugouts that we can do at the rest stop to give us 1 extra strength per just for each fight. So we could get up to +3 attack in a fight. But since we only have 7 HP going to a boss fight, I'm going to take the rest. And now we'll fight the boss. And hopefully we'll be at a good spot. So let's go with a throw to weaken him up. Because we don't have any defensive cards. So I'm going to take the advantage of adding the forge, adding a forge, and then hit for 36. Oh, what? I forgot. This boss is the next 8 turns. He only loses 1 HP. Fuck. So that wasn't worth. I think I need to do like more defensive cards and strike cards, so we could actually like try to fight him as soon as possible. Let's do that then. Let's weaken him up. He already has the weak, so we know he's guaranteed to hit for 8. I'll do that. I'll do that. I mean, we could use all our cards this turn, so that's fine. Now he's going to do even more damage because it's at the 3rd. It's 20. 2 weak, 2 vulnerable. We don't have any more stars. So let's go with a defensive round. So we'll take 3 damage. And now we still have to try to keep attacking him to... like remove this. Man, this is annoying. I think we're gonna die in this fight, chat. It's okay though. So we'll do a gather light, a defend, and a strike. It's not worth for us to build the blade yet because I'm just trying to survive here for now. This will actually be pretty good to use right now. So at weak, he does 6 times 12 instead of 8 times 12. We're gonna eat 12 damage. We don't have any block. God damn it. That's fine. Okay, so I guess we'll just use these cards. So hopefully we survive this turn. We got 6 HP left. Hopefully we have a lot of block cards. We got 0 block cards. That's unfortunate. Let's try to get lucky here. So, I'm going to hit him for a weak and a vulnerable. Now my blade hits for 66. I could do a Forge 7 or a Forge 10. I'm going to do a Forge 10. And then I hit him for 114, which is not enough. So we lost. We're not going to survive this fight. So we'll try again next turn. We got a little bit too greedy with our elite fights. I'll be right back though, chat. I'm just gonna get something to drink. I'm a little bit parched, and I'm gonna get like some coconut water. We're gonna be dicey up in this bitch. Got some Kirkland organic water from Costco. 8 grams of sugar for $3.75. That'll be like 24 grams of sugar if I drink this whole thing. But it's good sugar, right? Hopefully. Let's put this in our fridge. Or a Red Bull fridge. All right, remove 1 card for your deck, add 1 Neon Sphere to your deck, or the first 3 card rewards you see are upgraded, but the first treasure chest you open is empty. Ooh. I've chosen a Neon Sphere in the past, but actually this is pretty good. It wasn't as useful when I was playing the Silent, but maybe it could be pretty good with our Regent. Now we'll look at what cards we get, because if we get, for example, like a minion build, or if we get the sovereign build. So right now I'm just looking at doing some small damage first. We're not going to receive any damage yet. These guys are just going to slime me. Now they're looking to hit me for 12. So there's 2 choices. Or I block and block, and I'm going to take 2 damage. Or I kill 1. I mean, that was the plan anyways, right? So we could just block, and kill this guy. And then we're going to mitigate all the damage here anyways. Falling Star. Let's go with a Falling Star to get some stars back. Let's draw a card and strike. I'm going to add 2 slimes to my deck. So, I have 3 turns of 6 damage. 6 times 3 is 18, so we will kill him with just 3 strikes. And that's a great start for a first fight. For this turn, of course, because this is probably like our 13th time playing this guy, or trying this guy. Forge 3 Sovereign Blade deals double damage to the enemies this turn. Ooh, that's a huge card. So let's go. Let's go and try to build a Sovereign Blades build. Yo, what's up, Cursed? How's it going, man? Hopefully you've been well. Heal 9 HP, upgrade a card to your deck, or Plant and Nourish, enchant a card with Sown. Let's do that. Gain one energy if I use this card. Gain 1 energy if I use the Conqueror, which would be kind of good. Because if we build into a Sovereign build, and it gives us that extra energy for us to be able to use our Sovereign Sword, that'll be in a good spot. I've been good, bro. Thanks for asking, man. I Forge 3. Oh, we already get the Sovereign Blade out as soon as we use a Forge. That's actually really good. I've been good, brother. I wanted to do some good watch parties this week, but unfortunately, as I've written in my Discord, we finally have an appointment for my son. I've been waiting since October in Canada. The thing about free healthcare in Canada, chat, is it's nice that it's free, but at the same time, it takes a fucking long time before you can get anything done. So we've been trying. Actually, no, it's longer than that. I think it was since last March, I would like to say. Oh, you know what? I'm going to look back at my emails. I'm going to look back at my emails so I don't talk out of my ass. And as I search for it, let me explain to you what we've been doing. We've been trying to find a an appointment for my son to check his tonsils and his nose because his tonsils are too big and his nose maybe has a deviated septum because that's what I had when I was a kid. And I think he inherited that from me, unfortunately. So I currently sleep with a CPAP machine. I never had my parents take care of it for me so I could get rid of my tonsils. So I always had like breathing issues, asthma or whatnot. And now, unfortunately, just bad sleep because of it. So I have to sleep with a CPAP. I don't want my son to go through this. So we went through the appointment. So look at this. May 20th, 2025, guys. May 20th, 2025 was our first appointment to be able to get his tonsils and his nose checked. But before even being able to get this appointment first, we actually have to do we have to do a triage by phone. So we call, and then by then they're like, okay, we have an appointment for you in 2 weeks. So then you go see a general practitioner as a doctor, and they're like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. We're gonna send you to a specialist. Then they give you a doctor's note to see a fucking doctor, a specialist doctor. So now you have this fucking card or you have this note, and then you have to email and try to get like an appointment anywhere you can just to get a fucking appointment. And that in itself was a wait time. So let's think this back. If I had an appointment in May, we made this appointment even way before that, waiting for a freaking clinic to get back to call us back and to get an appointment. And the wait list was about 6 to 8 months. So let's say it's been since his birthday, I'd like to say last year, right? So we finally get an appointment for that. And then this specialist says, okay, great. Yeah, you're right. He actually does have big tonsils. So repeating the same fucking thing. So yeah, he does have big tonsils and a nose. We could actually do a surgery. So let's do that. And we're gonna, but I probably can't do it here. So we're gonna have to send you to the general hospital. So we go to the general hospital a couple of months later because we finally have an appointment there as well. And then they're like, okay, great. Now it's confirmed. We will be able to do it. We just need now to book an appointment. And then they called me back in January to say, hey, by the way, we have an appointment for you now. But it's next week while I'm traveling in LA. I was like, I can't. I have to be there for my son for the surgery. So they're like, okay, well, we're gonna call you back in March when we figure out our March schedule. So we finally had a call, which was only 2 days ago. So 2 days ago they called me to say, well, we have an appointment for Thursday. Can you make it? So of course we have to say yes. So they're gonna call us tomorrow afternoon to let us know what time my son has to show up at the clinic and what they have to do, what we have to do before we go to the to get the surgery. So we're gonna get his tonsils removed and his maybe if he has a deviated septum or glands in the back to remove. So the 12th of March, guys, this is over a year and like roughly 6 months since we initially asked for a doctor to take care of my son's tonsils. That's how long it is when you have fucking a free healthcare system, which is great. I'm not gonna complain about it, but if you're not dying or giving birth, it's going to be a long time before you have an opportunity to get what you need done. So it's kind of stupid for that. That's my only gripe about it, but of course, outside of that, it's great that we have free healthcare, that we don't have to spend thousands to go see doctors. Because imagine if we had to pay fees like in the States, but we had to go see like fucking 6 doctors at this point. It's gonna cost us $1,000 just to fucking get an appointment. That's crazy. Anyways. So outside of that, been great. Okay, so this is what I was trying to talk to you guys about. The Sword of Stone. So once you grab the Sword of Stone, I have to defeat 5 elites. which will give us a cool, powerful relic, which I don't know what it is yet. And I really want to try to figure out what it is. So now we're going to try to build our fights to just fight elites now. And for this map, this act, we only have one elite we could fight, unfortunately. So let's try to maximize the value here. So we have 128 gold. This path will give us gold and an elite. But if I choose this path, this is heal up, a question mark, which would maybe give us a heal if we're dying, and then a boss fight, or this is a shop at 128. We probably can't afford any big relics yet. We get to go heal, fight, and heal, and then go to a shop. Another shop, that is. I think I'm going to choose this path, because I don't think I'm going to receive too much damage from these two regular guys. We're going to heal up, get whatever we get here. Maybe it's a fight, maybe it's a chest, maybe it's a good buff. Get a chest, heal up, fight this guy and fight this guy, and then hit a shop. And then we'll eventually get to a heal. I think that's the route to take here. So we're going to choose that. Curse, what have you been playing these days? Defend, Conqueror. See, it's cool because as soon as we summon the blade, we get to fight with it right away. So I think it was a good idea for us to get that soul or whatever on that card. But we should have went with a vulnerable hit before so we can do more damage to this guy. But it doesn't matter. We should be able to kill him quite easily here. We'll probably kill him next turn. Chat, what I'm also going to learn today, or from now on, is to try to speak not as quickly and articulate as I go, so that we're not rushing ourselves into conversations, you know what I mean? So let's go with the middle card so we can continue to build up the damage on a Sovereign Sword. We'll go with a Know Thy Place to start. That'll weaken him, so he's only going to hit it for us for 4. We'll do some damage here. We can hit him one more time. And then we'll choose a defend card so we get to mitigate the damage here. I think I'm going to go for a double shield. Actually, let's see what we get from the skill potion. Gain 1 strength. All enemies lose 1 strength. Let's do that. I'm down. I'm almost down for more strength. I felt like I could have chosen one of the other 2 cards, but it's fine. I want to... We mitigate 10 damage out of 13, so we only need 3, so it's not that bad anyways. So let's go with the... pulling out the Conqueror Sword. Or sorry, the Sovereign Sword. Now I'm going to add Forge 5, so I will technically hit for 19. 19 will kill this guy, so I might as well just do the 8 damage to this guy. And then kill him with this one. And then Falling Star, 8 damage. I should have used this card again before attacking, but it's okay. Now we're going to take 5 damage, which is fine. Resonance. We don't have... Actually, we do. I can use Venerate here to gain 2 stars, which will allow us to play this card. So now we remove his strength, and also we built 2 for us. So we should be in a very good spot to finish the fight here. 14 damage is about to hit me for. And if I hit him twice with these, it's 16 damage. So I might as well just eat 4 damage and kill him next turn. I think I have to do a defend. We'll receive 3 damage, and then we kill him now. With the Sovereign Blade to confirm. An overkill. Glow. Gain a star, draw 2 cards. Alignment. Gain 2 focus points, but also it costs me 2 stars. I'm going to go with a Rotten War. If I heal, it's for 22. What did we say our fights were? Yeah, I'm gonna I'm going to Smith. Just in case. So my plan here is I'm going to Smith because if I heal, I'm slightly over healing. And then this maybe could be a fight. I'd rather Smith a card, which is upgrading a card. And then once we go into a fight, if we lose a little bit more damage, then we heal up here anyways. Right? So it's better for us to do this. And again, we're going to build a Sovereign build. Forge 5. I think I will go with the Forge 5. Because then we come out with a Sovereign Blade that already does an extra 2 damage instead of the 3. And it's just a little bit of a... How do you call this? A scenario? A Sharp Pain. So we've done this before. I want to take the colorless card. Relentless. Retain. If your hand is empty, draw 2 cards and gain again. We never empty your hand anyway, so Relentless is not that useful for us. Draw 2 cards with thinking ahead. Put 1 card from your hand at the top of your draw pile. Exhaust. I'm going to go with the Bomb. I'm always down to do damage in due time. And it's AoE. And then we get a bunch of gold here by picking this up. This is great. Because now once we get into a shop, we get 500 gold. This is a very good choice that we've taken after all. Now we get to heal up. And we're maxed out for the elite fight. This is just a regular fight to start though. As you see, the enemy is just a regular enemy. He's going to hit me for 8. Let's go with a Falling Star. Let's gain back our stars. Let's defend. Should we play the long game? I mean, it's just 1 damage. It's fine. And Falling Star, and now we are going to take 1 damage. But he's still weak and vulnerable, which is great. We could also do that again. We'll do this. This will hit for 22. 22, and he's not going to die, and we're going to eat 10 damage. So I might as well go... I would rather go for a block 5 and just a regular attack. Because we have more chances to kill him this turn, especially if the card gets retained. And especially with the Conqueror card. We now hit for 20 plus the vulnerable. So he is dead. And in total, we've eaten, what, 6 damage? It's not too bad. I will continue to build the Rot in War. Build the Sovereign card. Or the Sovereign fight. So let's know thy place. We go and pull out a Sovereign Blade. I'm going to go with the Bomb. Again, I get to retain this card anyways in the next turn. So I might as well just keep it where I could do some damage now. And then in 2 turns, I'm gonna do 40 damage too. Let's see here. So I could do this. And take 2 defensive cards. So I'm only going to receive 2 damage. Now I could go with another. Deal 7 damage, Forge 5. So let's go with Falling Star so we weaken him first. We do a... This will hit for how much? 30? He won't die yet. Yo, what's up, Sarah? How's it going? As always, you're a man of good taste. Slay the Spire 1 was one of my favorite games of all time. How are you fighting STS 2 so far? I'm loving it. I haven't played too much yet either, Sarah. I'm currently basically fighting at Ascension 0. So I'm unlocking all the characters, and then we're going to slowly build into Ascension going up. So I love Slay the Spire as well because I have Slay the Spire on my phone, on my Switch, on my Steam. And if you look here, if I search, my Slay the Spire is always up there. I'm going to show you where I'm at with Slay the Spire. So I'm at Ascension 16 on my Ironclad. I'm at Ascension 17 on my Silent. And I'm at Ascension 11 on this guy. I always forget this guy's name, the Defect. And then I haven't really fought with the Watcher yet. I haven't really played the Watcher. But on my PC, I'm at Ascension 20 on Ironclad. I'm at Ascension 19 or 20 on the Silent. And then I haven't done the other two yet. So I'm like, I'm just playing a bunch of shit. Everybody tells me the Watcher is broken. Exactly. I'm not too sure why. But I'm looking forward to playing with her once we get there. Chat, I think we might be able to kill this guy right away. Because right now, this is about to do 40 damage at the end of this turn because the bomb is about to go off, which would put him at 38. Then if I throw a fire potion, right? Is it 38? 40? Yeah, 38. I throw a fire potion for 20, which will put him at 18, and then my card is already going to hit him for 30. Dude, I might do this and not, yeah, I still need to play this. Although, hold on, maybe we could save the fire potion. If I hit this guy for 15, he'll be at 33, right? Yeah, and then now I could just let the bomb go off and he dies. And we get to save our potion. Well done. She's raised with 2 nades, so she's raised at release. Retain your hand for 2 turns. Oh, that's not bad, I guess. Potions would always appear at the end of the fight. That's perfect. And then this is a good card because it gets to pull out our Sovereign Blade right away, which is this that we're trying to build into this deck. Also, Sarah, we haven't had a chance to play our Helldivers like you wanted to. I don't know if you guys are still playing. And then the other thing too is what's cool about Spire II is that apparently there's multiplayer. So that's kind of dope. I would be down to try this in multiplayer if you ever pick it up. Oh shoot, Sovereign Blade now deals damage to all enemies. That's actually a really good card. And this is new, I haven't seen this yet. Whenever you gain 1 gold, raise your max HP by 1. That's also very good. I will definitely buy this first. Now we have enough money to buy the Dragon Fruit. I think I'd rather go with that than the Venerable Tea set. And I hate the additional 2 cards thing. I think that's useless. Should we buy something else here? Astral Pulse, deal 14 to all enemies. But our star build is basically for Falling Star so far. And that's it, right? It's a good AoE damage thing to have. What's this? Seeker Strike. Deal 6 damage, choose 1 of 3 cards in your draw pile to add to your hand. That's also very good. I think I'm going to choose this one instead. You were playing just before? You and Captain Calvin grinding pretty hard? Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to have to join you guys at some point. But it's maybe going to take a little bit because as I was just explaining before, Sarah, on Thursday, I'm taking my son to the hospital to get his tonsils and maybe as a deviated septum. So we have to look into that. So unfortunately, I won't be able to play because he needs 10 days to recuperate after. Let's do the 7 damage. Actually, hold on. Let's block first so we confirm that we don't take any damage this turn. We'll go with this, and then we'll go with this again. And the next turn, we're going to hit for 25, so we're guaranteed to kill the Shrinker Beetle. Maybe not anymore, because he just shrunk us, literally. Oh, yeah, he's super fine. I was just talking about it earlier, too. It's just because for me, for example, I had tonsils that were too big for me, which are still too big. But apparently at our age now, at 42, it's too late to get your tonsils removed. The best time to get your tonsils removed are between, like, 4 to 16, apparently, if I'm not mistaken. But at least at a very young age. Because now it's like, it'll increase complications if you try to remove it at a later age. So that's unfortunate. So I had to sleep with the sleep machine, which fucking sucks. And I don't want my son to go through that. So my wife said, let's go get that taken care of for Daniel. So that's what we're doing. Okay, we still get to kill him. That's fine. And then now we get to go back into a regular size because we killed the shrinking guy. So yeah, so Thursday. So today we're going to watch party the G2 and BBL game. After that, unfortunately, I won't be able to watch the rest of the day because it'll probably be the time for me to pick up the wife and the kid from daycare and work. and then I'm probably going to be away from the computer for the next 10 to 14 days. If I am on a computer, it's to game offline. So maybe around this time, Sarah, if my kid's taking a nap or whatnot, and it works out for the time to play a little bit of Helldivers, I'll reach out to you. I hear if a relative gets their tonsils out, you can eat as much ice cream as you want. Yes. So technically that's what they're trying to do. So you have to hydrate a lot. So drinking a lot of cold stuff and eating a lot of cold stuff. But never eating warm stuff and never eating sharp stuff. So warm stuff will, I think if I'm not mistaken, warmth just makes like things softer. So it's more prone to bleeding. And then you should not be eating red stuff, because if you're coughing blood or whatnot, we kind of want to know the difference. If it's blood or like a red popsicle, for example, or like a strawberry, you know, so you can't eat red stuff. And then you can't eat chips and you can't eat like a baguette or something because of the sharpness of the chips or whatnot. You don't want this to go into your throat as you're swallowing, so it might cause bleeding. Exactly. Don't eat any knives. Do not eat any knives, chat. That is not a good thing to do. Okay, so we'll summon forth our blade. We'll hit 8. We'll receive 8 damage, but it's okay. I'd rather have the sovereign blade than this turn than to not have it at all. I mean, this card is so good. I can't wait to use it for AoE fights. Let's kill this guy. Great life advice, dude. That's the reason why I've been alive for so long. To give you with the hard hitting wisdom facts and advices. At the start of your turn, Forge 4. That's a very good card to have as well. So let's heal up. Let's fight the first boss here. We're gonna try to do as much as we can. Let me just open the stream in case here for Valorant, so that we make sure that we don't miss out on the start or the walkouts. The games are at 2 today, right, chat? Just to make sure. So timer would probably come in the next like 5 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and fight our first guy, the Phantom. So he's about to hit us for 7. Let's do this and strike. I'm gonna keep striking because I forgot this guy. You need to hit him 7 times or 8 times, because every time that he receives damage, he's only gonna lose 1 HP. So we might as well try to do as much damage as we can. Walkouts are on the hour? Hell yeah. Yeah, so we probably have like timer coming up soon. 1 damage. Do this. There you go. There's as literally as we were just talking about it. We get our ads before the timer comes through in 13 minutes. Maudit Bucky. Change d'air quand tu me parles. Faut que tu changes d'amis. Je te conseille de changer de ton. Basically, do not be mean to your partner, chat. This doesn't only apply to men to women, but just to people in general. Yeah, I might as well eat the 12 damage. I forgot to shield up, but it's okay. Because I'm trying to remove as much damage as I can, but holy crap, we have 0 defensive cards. What the hell is going on? Do we have... Dude, we don't even have any of their freaking... How do we not have defensive cards, chat? There's no point in me attacking with this, because if it comes out with a defensive card, I can't even defend myself anyways. So we're gonna eat 20 damage. Holy crap, this fight has become instantly hard because we have no defensive cards. I didn't think about that when building the deck. Attack, and then let's do this. Actually, there's no point in us doing that. We're only fighting 1 guy anyways. I should have went with the Rotten War. I'm so stupid. Then I would have hit 7. Okay, anyways, we're able to hit him at max damage now. We're back, fight. We're back in the fight. Yo, what's up, T-Spark? How's it going? Have you had a chance to watch much Master so far? I have, actually. For the days that I haven't, let's see here. What days haven't we watched, chat, and as a watch party? So we've watched all of the group stages, if I'm not mistaken, right, chat? And then I missed out on watching these live but I was watching it on my TV. So I was like passively watching. And then the weekend too. So the weekend was the 7th and the 8th. So we couldn't stream for these games, unfortunately, because weekends is I have to look after the kid. Because my wife's off work, my kid's not at daycare, so we all spend time as a family. But I had it on the TV. I was throwing up there watching it. I have not started the One Piece live action season 2 because I haven't watched the anime. And I'm afraid of like FOMO if I'm watching that before. What's up, Pandulce? How's it going? Who do you think has BBL or G2? I think we're gonna have to go for G2, but dude, I'll be honest, chat. G2's key of success so far, or being able to keep games close, was a lot thanks to Leaf, Trent, and Valen. Unfortunately, the double duelists on the side of Jogimo and Baby Bay have not been hitting as hard as we wanted to, compared to like when they were playing in the America season when they like dominated everybody. You know what I mean? If they are able to turn up, just like they did, for example, at All Gamers. If Jogimo and Baby Bay played like they did versus All Gamers, this team is top 3, probably even winning Masters. But they are so on and off right now, unfortunately, that it's a toss-up to see if they're going to be able to beat BBL or not. I'm surprised they haven't put Baby Bay Perma Neon and then Jog alternating Wayla Yoru. I think the idea was that at first, but then if you think about it in terms of like agent comfort, Waylay is perfect for Baby Bay because you just think about Baby Bay when he was playing like in the phase days. He was just playing a jet that just dashes in and runs it down. Waylay is perfect for him. Yoru as well. And then if you look at Jogimo, how he's played Neon, remember when he broke the ankles of Tui's or less? I can't remember what it was on Sunset. He was basically moving like RB was moving back then, and how Danby is currently moving now, if not a little bit less better. But he has the potential of being like a good movement agent player and aggressive, and can get good value out of like his how do I call it, overheating. But the thing is, you think about in the past, he had 2 relay bolts, he had 2 slides. Now the agent's a little bit nerfed up a bit, and I don't think he's able to survive as well as he wants to. Which is why I don't think it works out really in his favor. So yeah, I think that's my take currently on how the games have been looking for G2. So I think that BBL has a pretty good chance of winning this game. But my heart doesn't want that to happen, of course, because we are G2 in this house. We want to support the homies. I'm going to take the risk of the damage because I feel like I was going to be able to kill him this turn. So we're at 14. Hopefully we have good cards that kills him right now. If not, we're dead. And we are killing him. Yo, what's up, 20? How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. He played a ton of Neon back then, though. No? We're talking about Baby Bay? No, because even back then, Baby Bay was not even playing Neon. He was casting. I can't remember Baby Bay during... I can't remember Baby Bay playing when Neon came out. Because he was pretty much talented at that point. Back in the phase days, was Neon even out yet? Because I only remember him playing Jet. Really? I think that's where it comes, where I feel like maybe it wasn't as memorable, which is probably why I don't I can't recall him playing Neon. It was super early. Oh, well, I think if it was super early, then I think the game was defined through a chamber meta. If it was super early, right? Because what I remember from FaZe before they disbanded was Dicey was in a roster playing chamber and Baby Bay on Jet during the chamber meta, right? So Oh yeah, so but everybody was playing Neon on Fracture. Any duelist that was playing duelist had to play or Neon or Raze in a solo duelist meta, right? But it wasn't like a meta where it's like, oh, we should just abuse Neon in every single map. It was just like really map based, and every other map was most likely going to be Jet anyways, right? So I think that's why. Glad to hear, but I'm sick. Dude, hopefully you get better very, very soon. Vamos, Pandulce. Gracias, obrigado. Merci, thank you, Gammon. Teşekkürler. How do we say thank you in Korean again? I forgot. Gate 9 block. At the end of your turn, if this is a top of your card, of your pile, play it. Deal 18 damage. At the start of your turn, plays from the exhaust pile. Huh? We could play this from the exhaust pile? But this is more Forge. Forge is an additional 5 for every time you've hit the enemy this turn. Oh, that's actually really good. But yeah, I think the end of the day, maybe he had a pretty decent Neon. How are we still at 15 out of 77? Shouldn't we heal up? There we go. I was like, shouldn't we heal up at the end of the fight, chat? BBL, the Melting Dragon. This is new. Deals an additional focus at the start of your third turn and every turn after that. Oh, that's kind of good. You may sacrifice card rewards to BBL. Every 2 sacrifices obtain a relic. Ooh. Doubles block contained from a card, then goes to sleep for 2 turns. I think this is kind of good, no? These 2 are kind of good. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Kamsamida. What's up, Edna, by the way? I am ready to watch the matches as well. I was just scrolling up to catch up as well. I kind of want to sacrifice cards for relics. What should we give up? I think maybe strike cards. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna remove these 4 strike cards to get 4 relics. Wait. How do we sacrifice cards though? Details for this relic will be revealed in the future. Interesting. So we couldn't do it now. We got trolled, but it's okay. We only fought 1 elite so far, and I want to keep fighting elites to try to see what this sword gives us. So I want to go this route. We're going to go this route, chat. Actually, we're going to go this way. That will be 1 elite. Fight this guy. We can heal up, hit the shop, and then go here. I think that's a good route. Future cards. Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Damn, we have a lot of stuff for Sovereign Blade. So let's deal fight damage. Let's do the rot. Let's do another rot. We'll receive 9 damage. Chat, what do you guys want? Do we want to watch the pre-show or play some of this before we play some Slay the Spire until walkouts? Have I ever played Yu-Gi-Oh? I haven't, unfortunately. I have not, Pandulce. Let's do the Conqueror. Pulls out the sword. Where's our sword? The hell? Shit. Shoot. I guess I can't pull him out. I thought every time I built Forge... Oh, yeah, because he's already out. So I can't pull out the Sovereign... Okay, that's good to know. Oh, shit, we're going to eat a lot of damage here. Yeah, we weren't paying attention. I didn't know about that. So technically, the Sovereign Sword is if we already pulled out the card. Even if you have a card that builds out Forge, it doesn't re-pull the card out as soon as possible. So that is lesson learned for next time. So let's stun him. Finally get him out of his burrow and he gets stunned. We'll just build some focus points, so some stars. You like watching the pre-show? Let's do the pre-show then. Yo, what's up, Dubious? Welcome back, Dubious Winter. Good to see you. Let's do that then, chat. Let me just set this up. Gain 7 block. We were literally talking about how we couldn't get any block cards. But we will sacrifice it for a relic. For a second turn. We're going to stop this here. We will change our titles. I'm here to hang out with you, chat. If you like to watch a pre-show, I like to watch a pre-show. So let's change our title in our game. I love Spire II. It's been very fun to play so far. I haven't played enough of it, but definitely has been very fun to play. I recommend it if you enjoyed Spire 1. Yo, what's up, T-Sparks? Let's bring the volume back up. Yes, it's an anime, isn't it, T-Spark? I just haven't watched it yet, though. And then let's go with the main screen. We'll go like this. Actually, we're going to full screen this now. I will also... How's the volume, by the way, chat? Could be louder, right? I'm assuming. So
this stream contains fast flashing images that may
this should be good now, right?
Who are susceptible to
check. It should be good, right? There you go.
Photosensitivities. Viewer discretion is advised.
They're releasing an insane game about it. Hell yeah. Now I need to change the title. So let me do that real quick, chat. Won't be long. So again, unfortunately, chat, I will only be able to watch the G2 BBL game unless it's a quick 2-0. We might have a chance to watch
Strap on those bloody life jackets because it's sink or swim here at Masters Santiago. 4 teams
where you can play the
have their
anime's
playoff lives on the line,
game.
and
That's pretty cool.
Personally cannot wait to see who's going to stay afloat in the lower bracket. I'm Uber, and my
100 levels, 1 mistake equals a restart. Oh, that's
interesting. What's your
interesting.
go-to flotation device when those surging tides get too high?
Just swim. That's what I hope the teams do today. Just lock in and swim, buddy. You don't need a life jacket.
I like what I had when I was a baby. It's like an egg that you're strapped to your back, and that's how I at least learned to swim. So I'll go for that one because you don't really have to do anything. Well, be a baby and just that thing floats for you.
So
At least that
Bay.
works indefinitely.
Nice. Yeah.
I personally couldn't swim.
That'll work for Baby Bay.
I don't know if any of these teams can either.
Oh, I certainly couldn't, but I
thought that being Australian, you kind of had to
Hold on, I got
know how
a
to
text
swim.
message chat. Let me see what we have
I'm
here.
sorry, I don't know what that says about
We
me.
have a big land pass. We just stand
No,
on
never
solid
mind.
ground. Are
It's
you a VCT Noah,
somebody
though?
that is...
Don't forget to get involved with some live predictions over the course of this weekend event. Using Shot Call on the stream. It's a fantastic little addition we have to the stream.
Somebody's
You might
trying to
even
steal
win
my,
something, so keep an eye out for
somebody trying
that.
to fish.
Get on their Twitch extension and make your predictions known here up until March 15 for the rest of this event. Let's now turn our attention
Block and report spam.
and set the stage here. Let's have a look at our bracket as it stands here at Masters Santiago, because we are getting to the pointy end of things. We have our upper final locked in. That's going to be happening.
Is Baby
later
Bay
on this
interacting
week.
with the
But we
crowd
need to
during
look
the
to
map?
lower bracket
100%
because,
he
again,
will.
there are 2 teams that will
Which
be
team will have the highest kill count
Yeah,
this
and
map?
expectations I think are a little bit different, but just bear in mind, both Paper X and G2
LaRock or
played
Joggable,
yesterday.
who will have a higher
Also, the
ACS?
Sticks were
LaRock.
having that break and going into playing in a couple of days, or facing an elimination today. So Sticks are
You
different.
think it turn on the
It's
volume a
cool
little bit?
matchups
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's 2 teams that have been mainstays of this stage of VCT International Tournament.
How's this, chat?
G2 and Paper X. And then it's 2 teams that are completely new.
I want to also make sure that I don't
Rookie
die
rosters who
down the
have an
desk or the
opportunity
casters
here
when we're
to
watch
beat
partying,
out
so we
one
get
of those
to
greats
get a little bit
and
of
make top
excitement out of
4
everything.
At their first ever event.
Yeah, if it wasn't already clear, of course, it is going to be G2 versus BBL in our first game, and then Paper
I'm going to
X
turn
and
on
all the games
my lights
after
if I
the fact.
can. Let me just
I
turn
don't
on
really
this
have any
first.
idea of how these games are going to go, and I think if you think you do, you're delusional. So it does
Tiny
feel
bit up?
appropriate
Gotcha.
then to kick off our show with a bit of blind ranking. In this game, we're going to
How
rank
about
the
now?
performances of our players without knowing who is
I don't even know if it made a
coming
difference
next.
because I think I went high, low, and then back to the
You're
same
familiar
spot,
with
but
this
let me know.
format?
Yes, we are. A lot typing.
Nervous about it. It always goes poorly, but let's see what you got.
All right, blind rankings. Let's jump in and start with our first player that we need to decide where they go. And that first player is none other than Forsaken.
1 or 2.
1 or 2
One
is
or
a
two.
tough question. I would put him 2 and leave room.
Blind rankings,
What?
Forsaken
I'm
2.
trying to think
No,
of
3,
guys
3, 3.
I could argue putting
Because I got Mata,
above
Dombi.
Yeah,
in that upper bracket. That's the first player that comes to mind for me. But his flexibility, it's so tough.
Yeah,
I leave it to you.
I think that Forsaken in groups, 1. Forsaken here, 2. So
Nah, Dandy and Mata over
I
Forsaken.
say one. I say
I'm
one.
down.
I was saying
That
it
is
out loud
crazy.
and I changed my mind.
We are starting blind rankings,
Yeah.
and we've already taken up the #1 spot. You're going to regret this
He was
so
MVP
much.
for a reason. Might get it again.
How's the volume, by the way, now,
Forsaken
chat?
has been locked in at
Also,
#1.
let me turn on my
Okay,
lights.
gang, that's fine. Let's move on to our next player here. They are Lovers Rock.
Lovers Rock. Okay. he's
Lovers
excellent,
Rock would
but
be
he's
4
not
for me then,
overrated.
if we have
I
Forsaken.
don't think.
I'm
I
gonna
think
write
there
it.
is a
I'm gonna write
lot
it
of
down too.
players- Not a lot, but there
So,
are a few players that
Forsaken?
I would put higher than him.
3-4?
I'm thinking like
Let's change the
4
colors.
to leave space. You know, he's a rookie. He kind of underperformed in the last match
Yeah.
as well.
Let's put 4,
I'm gonna say 4.
Does
Okay,
he
okay.
get
Forsaken.
any bonus for this out-of-the-world mewing performance?
and then we put, yeah, Lovers Rock is good.
I would say that actually knocks him
Oh,
down.
hold
a
on,
bit.
wait,
I would put him
4.
in 3.5, but if you were, yeah, 4.
Okay,
Forsaken.
4 it is.
I'm okay with living space because
And then
we're
Lovers
already locked
Rock.
in #1.
We're going to round up. That's
Okay.
fine. We got 2
Lovers
players locked
Rock.
in. Our third player
So this
will
is a rock
be,
chat.
You guessed it.
Mata.
Your boy Mata.
Number 2.
So Mata,
He's
number 1.
absolutely excellent MVP of champions in
Actually-
Paris. He's been playing great
That
here.
was Rock.
I'll put
Oh
him
my
2,
God.
and I'll put Dambi
In
1.
my mind, he
In
was.
your, okay, that was
You're
a mistake.
right, it
That's
was
fair.
Rock.
That's fair. That's
They'll
fair.
most likely be Dambi
He
here.
was excellent all of that tournament and here as well.
Man, I'm thinking,
And then they're probably going to have Ethan.
no, I'm thinking 3 because what if we get?
I'm
Dambi?
assuming this is how we're going to put it. They're going to throw us a curveball with like a good initiator that's won 2 champs that could potentially win a Masters here, which would put him at the greatest of all time, in my
Yeah, but
opinion.
this is-
Two international.
In Valorant?
This is just-
As an
this
IGL?
tournament, I think it's a disservice to not save a potential spot for Dambi because, as you said, first time in an international and a global event, and
We can say it's close.
gotta lock it in.
I feel strongly Dambi 2. If you want to break the tie match, or sorry, Dambi 3 rather.
You want to put Mata at, I mean, that's what, you want to put Mata at 2?
I do.
All right, fine. I take my finger off the telestrator, so that's
it's
the way it
locked
is.
in.
Next player. Oh, this is a, my goodness, this is a spicy one. It's your boy.
Oh,
He got the
Joggimo?
dog in him.
Yeah,
Let's
Jog
go.
is definitely
I think we
5th.
put him 5.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
5.
I think that he's been having a lot of up and downs with the current meta and the things that we're seeing. I think that he's been tested
This is
a
a
lot
dog in him,
because of the games
Joggimo?
that he's been playing. I think that he's brilliant in things like the
Wolf.
Phoenix and whatnot, and has been having great performances in how G2 is adapting to everything
Doggimo.
that's coming to them.
And
But
then
again,
probably
if
let
Dambi is
Dambi,
here,
right?
Just in case he is, we have to
I
save his
love
spot.
You guys are so funny.
And even if they have
Yeah,
Ethan here,
preparing for the potential
then I'm down to
of,
put
If
Ethan
I was
number 1. I don't
drafting
care.
a team, I would pick Jaw above Lovers Rock. But if I was reflecting on current form and performance this tournament, I would put Lovers Rock above
I got
Jaw.
my,
So
I got my
I'm-
lights
Okay.
working finally
I'm
through
reasonably
my
happy with that.
So here's our final player that you guys would have seeded, and
Through my
somehow you
thingamajig.
guessed it because he is all the
My
rage
stream
right
deck.
now. It is
What I
Dambi,
needed
and
was to turn it on
we're
before.
okay
Now I
with
could
number
just use a
3.
button
Yeah.
to turn it on. There you go.
I would have still put it at 2, but I am not terribly mad at this.
Yeah, you know what? I am
Very
happy with my
close
picks.
between
That was good
Dambi,
for me.
Mata, and Forsaken for those top 3 spots.
Are you seriously
Do
think
you-
that not giving Dambi the second is like?
Do you
like
guys think that Forsaken at number 1 is reasonable now that we have this whole ranking?
I do think so. If I'm approaching this as like drafting players, he's just so flexible. Everyone else in that top 3, everyone else in the rankings. period,
Chat, what
was
we're gonna do
doing
as well
well, being in
is
positions to
when we
frag.
see the
Forsaken is
fists
playing
come out
every
for the
different
ride
role.
games
He's
and like the
ice
race
throwing
throws a
focus,
grenade,
and he's
I'm gonna run 2
still
minutes of
the
ads,
most
so it'll get hit by
impactful
ads
individual
during
on
the first
paper
map.
X. There's no one else
That
like
also
him in
reminds
this
me, let's do our
tournament. To me,
predictions.
it's an easy number 1 for Forsaken.
Who wins the
There you have it.
first
There's
map?
the blind rankings of
Paper
your
X
favorite players.
or
Who
BB?
do
Oh,
you
sorry,
guys think
G2
deserves
or
to be
BBL?
in this ranking, or do you agree with us? Hashtag Masters, Valorant Masters. over
We'll
on
put
social
20
media.
minutes on that
For
too,
now,
because the
we're gonna
games
head down to
are
Blink on
only gonna
four,
start in 20
who's
minutes
out there
anyways,
for
so.
defense.
Hi guys, welcome to our day 10 of Master Santiago, and I'm gonna go really quick asking everyone what are their predictions for this first match. Rápido, BBL o G2.
G2,
BBL o G2.
G2,
BBL o G2.
G2, G2.
BBL o G2.
Billy, Billy.
BBL.
BBL.
Yes. BBL o G2.
BBL.
BBL o G2.
El Valorant, pero G2.
BBL o G2.
G2.
BBL
I
o
guess
G2.
Hedos is G2, Dos is 2, so
BBL o G2.
G2.
BBL o G2.
K is probably G.
BBL o G2. Sí. Sí, sí. Sí. Yes. BBL or G2. Yes. BBL o G2.
¿Cómo?
BBL o G2.
Sí.
Sí. Sí. Yes. Okay. BBL o G2.
G2.
BBL o G2.
G2.
BBL o G2. BBL
A
o
lot of
G2.
G2 fans in Chile. This is awesome. This is
You
awesome.
heard it here, guys. Let's see.
You're going to
what's
predict
gonna
blind?
happen in
That's
the
pretty much how
first
it's going
match,
to
so
go.
back to you.
Even though it looks like there's a lot of G2 fans,
Quick
it's
jokes aside,
definitely
this is
like,
generally a very compelling match.
to be
I
honest
would
with you,
like to
chat,
hear
I
what
think
you
it's
guys
like
all
a
think at home as well.
55-45
Not only
for
with Valorant
BBL,
Masters,
but
the
I got
QR
G2
code
winning.
on the screen will take you to our MasterCard fan poll. We want to know which region you're rooting for. EMEA, Pacific, China.
It just feels
or
like to me
Americas.
Is C an option?
that BBL,
would vote
we're gonna
C.
win. Is going to win with pure firepower.
C.
No,
Oh, you mean
yeah.
C as in
I
C.
see.
I thought you meant C as in the letter C.
I was like, option
There's
C,
one
we
thing.
have
There's
of
one
those.
thing
No,
I will
yeah.
commend
I mean, to be fair,
BBL
being
for
put under pressure
is
down
how
there
good
on
they've
the
been
floor in terms of giving
in
their
terms of
predictions. I think
like
they did a great job.
being
Shout out to
active
you
around
guys.
the map on
The other
defense
people I
to
want
have
shout out
people
are BBL's
rotate right into their
individuals in their
stacks.
match against
But I
Fury.
almost
They
feel like
really
macro-wise,
stepped up. We're gonna get into the
Valen
nuts bolts of
and
what to expect
Josh
from this
RT will know
matchup,
exactly
and
what to do
BBL kind of
and
dominate
like be able to
up
know
against
these
America's
tells.
#1 seed.
Yeah, we've been talking about the
Here's one
individuals, and
example
there's no weak
where they
link
did
in
well
terms of
against
firepower
who they
with this
play.
BBL roster. At the end of the day, it is a full Turkish roster. We are
They
very
played
used to
against,
this, and seeing it here in the
Energy,
global stage
right?
is a different
There was
thing.
one thing that was good
Loads
on
of stepping out
Haven
and
against.
Rock
No, sorry,
bouncing back
I'm
in
looking
so
at
many
group
of his matches.
stages.
Lovers Rock and the impression that he's
Oh, against
causing,
Furia. There you go, against
with the
Furia on
confidence
Haven.
that he has.
In both the matches,
What made
both
him
the
so good on
matches
defense
BBL
was
played in
like,
this tournament, I
let
think
me
it's seen
open
arguable,
ValoPlant
they
here.
let it slip. Had some rounds where they made mistakes and it ended up going to overtime. But what impressed me in both those games is how quickly they
All right.
reset and found new creative
What was
ideas in
what was
overtime,
good that I
and how
liked
much the individuals
about
stepped up
about
in
their
those
Haven, for
positions
example,
to
right? Was
versus
that they'd
Furia,
have
close out,
Kruin,
and avoid elimination.
for example,
Yeah,
play
we'll see
this.
the stats there from Kraven, and I think that was one of the
I think they
reasons
had,
why Furia
let's
was
say,
put in such
Trip
an
over here.
uncomfortable position. We have been talking about how the Cypher, you know, is
A
very
Trip over
used for
here,
them because they use it almost
roughly,
everywhere,
and then
how
a
the
cam over here, right?
expectancy is to be ready to battle against the utility.
And what
to
they would
find you
do
when he
is
goes on
they
those
would
bursts,
still
but
play
he's
like
having so
players.
much
I
success.
forgot what
Oh,
agents they
got
play.
them the victory.
But
Felt like a
just
really
just in
strong
general, I
side,
think they
you
play
know,
a
one half
Yoru
of
in
the
there
map
for
on
sure.
Abyss or on Haven, for example, and have like the Cypher just really locked down, see along Haven, and Kreven's lurk
Like-
timings when he had to get involved in the fights were
Whoops.
really heads up. It felt like
Put a
Furia
TP
always
over here,
felt like they were under a bit of a clock. But
and then they'd probably have
something
like,
that
let's say, a
definitely stood out
Silva
to
or a
me was
Sky.
that Lovers Rock has been one of the most confident players I've ever seen in Valorant. The way he
Then they have a
speaks,
Omen in
the way
there.
He talks about his expectations for the game, and I'm quite sure his conversation here with Jen Lee was no exception. But let's listen in.
And then I forgot what their last one is. Probably like, I don't know, fucking Neon. I don't fucking know anymore. It doesn't matter. What I like in general was that what they like to do is to actually go for fights. So Kruin, for example, will try to pick a fight right at this line. I can't draw. Right at this line. If they get a pick and this trip is still up, they don't mind instantly already TPing Yoru on the side and play 4 players on A site. So you have still a solo 4-1 in the mid round. 4-1 setup. So you play weak side C for info, you play weak side B for info, and then you have this Cypher contain this spot, so you can play Flood retake over on this side, right? Because he's preventing players from pushing forward and flanking. So they count a lot on like aggressive fights while before even util gets sounded up, because they could keep that util up mid round, and they're allowed to do that because they have such good aim as a team. So if you're able, well, there you go.
It's not even a logical question, to be honest.
So as you're able to do these fights and pick these fights as a with guns, then you could still have a stack on the weak side in terms of util and stall, and still fight toe-to-toe with trades with their aggression.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Indeed.
So they're still going to be able to read, or they're still able to go for these confident fights and put themselves in winnable positions because they're good in duels.
They're not just a firepower team, but that they're also a very smart team. And
If, for example, G2 goes for the same fight into Garage, right, and Kruin gets a pick, if they still hold this side and still drone and break this, that will change a little bit the macro. Like, exactly what we're talking about here. Look at that. Right, so you'll play here camera. He has a TP that he's placing to go towards spawn, and there you go. It was a Neon, so I was right. So now they'll still try to listen for these picks and fights. If they get this pick, they're gonna instantly rotate the Neon and the Yura at the spot, so they have 4 players to hold where there's no util. Usually a team that goes like, oh crap, the Cypher's here, and we also saw Yoru or Neon, then they should be weak side A, so they should go A.
They have so many players
right?
who can almost immediately react and rotate. And what the
Look at what happens here. Look how fast they go. This TP goes as well. They're already going to be 4.
The risk of giving up space. So let's look back at the minimap in this round. The Neon is playing over towards the AB link and is able to float to quickly rotate in A, quickly rotate over towards C, or just stay B if a hit comes in there. We also have our Yoru player posted towards long, Lover's Rock, watching this angle, but he's essentially in
And that's
two
what I'm saying.
places at
They're
once,
looking for
because
these
he'll be able
early
to hop
fights,
onto that gate crash,
right?
go over to
Over
the
at these
A side
spots.
almost
If you
instantly.
get first
So,
blood,
as soon as
first
this
blood,
hit
first blood,
starts
you're
to come
forcing
in for
players to go
Furia,
towards
you
weak
notice
side.
BBL start this
And then
round
they
with
already
2
fast
players on
rotate.
site. Loida up on an off angle, and
And
immediately
they don't mind
lose a
fighting.
player.
That's
But
the
let me
thing.
pause
Look
here.
at that TP
Remember,
while they're
we
fighting.
started with 2,
They're still solo
and
on
look
site.
who's here already. Running into the site is the Neon of Larock. Up towards heaven is that Yoru from Lover's Rock.
This is where
are
they fucked
so
up, unfortunately, because they
fast
tried to
react,
cancel,
they
and then
are
when they tried
so
to TP to
good
grab the
in
spike,
these big
it was
team
at
fights. When they are in
hell.
these brawls,
So
they're
as you're
almost
trying to
always
click to
successful.
pick
You
up the
see it here,
spike,
swinging
you
together
already
towards long.
TP'd on
They
heaven,
can pick- they
unfortunately, so you
clean up
couldn't pick it
this
up.
round.
It was just unfortunate.
It's scary
for,
that they can
for
do that
Furia that round.
because in a lot of circumstances you see they're over-rotating. Okay, we want to lurk in, but a problem is always those trips.
And see what
which means
happens.
quickly
When there are
rotates
4
will
players
come
around
back the
here,
other way.
you got a trip for
Let's see,
info,
you wanna
trip on
break those
info.
strips. Great
You could
idea,
start
right?
rotating
This
around,
is the
and then you
very
have
next
camera
round
for
in that
retake to know
same
where the people
game.
are at
And as I fast
when you're
forward a little
retaking.
on the minimap, I want you to watch in Garage. This time,
Yeah,
it's only a
Cruins
solo
did
Sova
lurk a lot
towards
for
this
sure.
A site, and instead is this Yoru posted in Garage, holding down with the operator, essentially defending this trip. G2, or rather Furia, is going to go for a play here into mid to attempt to get space in Garage. They really want to break this utility.
See,
keep both
exactly what I
around,
was telling you guys. They're
force that
trying to fight
over-rotation,
into the
and
Garage
then
line.
execute. But the second
Either
they
it's
swing
Cruin,
into
either
this
it's Lover's
operator,
Rock, just
they'll see that
anybody.
Lover's Rock
Because you're trying to
takes
make sure that
pick,
people can't go in.
defends the trip
So what
wire,
G2
and
has
puts
to
his
do right
team
now too
at
is
an
make sure that they go in
advantage. You need
and
to
start
break these
breaking
strips
util.
and deal
Yeah,
with this
exactly. There you go.
utility.
Mimi's
However,
saying exactly what I'm
BBL is a
saying.
team that is so good at varying their defense.
That's how you're going to keep like players kind of anchored up, and then give yourself better chances for like your buddy system to fight into what's supposed to be the weak side in the first place. So let's pay attention to that when G2 is going to play against BBL today. Are they still playing a good macro despite them losing a player in the first place? If they lose a fight to like a Lover's Rock op, or if they lose a fight against Cruin, if they lose a fight against Larock, trying to find an aggro line and winning that duel against G2. How does G2 react on a 4 versus 5?
And I just, after seeing that, I feel like I have to agree with Lover's Rock, and they're not just a, you know, a firepower-based team.
For
They've
sure.
got this
Absolutely.
really elegant macro that seems to put them in great positions in so many of these games. Now, after an up-and-down series against NRG, Larock had a statement game against Furia, and now apparently he's going up against one of his idols. Kukuka, what's the tea or what's the lore behind this Larock story?
So I bumped into Baby in backstage, and I was like, "Oh, what is it if you play against BBL?" And he told me that they were doing the jersey swap in the hotel with Larock, and Larock told him that back when Baby Bay was in FaZe, he used to watch him. He used to steal a lot of the things that he did, and he really looked up to him. So when we speak about the youngsters here in the tournament, Larock is not the youngest, but is the second youngest after X-Ross, and Baby Bay is the oldest player that we have here at
That's
the
pretty
tournament.
fun.
So it's so cool to see.
That'll be a fun
the
matchup
respect
where they're
is
going to
actually
banter with
coming
each other a
both
lot
ways. Larock
in this game,
respects him
in my
as a
opinion.
figure and looked up to him, and Baby Bay has to pay a lot of respect to the youngster.
In that game against Furia, it was also Lover's Rock, the other duelist for BBL, who had a bit of a rougher game. And I was so impressed with how Larock stepped up, was getting a ton of kills on the entry for his squad, was so confident, even in this super high-pressure match that went all the way to overtime. He's been incredible for this BBL roster, and now an opportunity to play against his idol and try and beat him. You know that would mean the world for him to get to do that today.
And I expect him to still be getting up on his feet, still talking plenty of trash, because that definitely seems to be a part of the identity of this BBL team. We know G2 love a bit of banter themselves. But speaking of Larock, here he is in our HyperX player moment with some more reflections on BBL's loss to G2.
Merhaba arkadaşlar,
BBL's
ben
lost
BBL
to
Sports'tan
G2.
Larok. Yani üzgünüm açıkçası çünkü gerçekten normal bir günde olsaydık gerçekten kazanabileceğimiz bir maçtı. Ama gerçekten onlar da kötü oynasa da biz daha kötü oynadığımız için kazandık.
Oh yeah, this is a rematch of the group stages, no?
Pasifik zamanında Fireflux'a karşı oynarken de böyleydi. Onlar da eski şampiyondu TR liginde. Biz de o zamanlar yeni gelmiştik playoff'a. İlk defa playoff oynuyorduk ve o maç da 18-16 bitmişti ama kazanmıştık. Bu sefer kazanamadık ama o tarz bir maçtı.
Wait, was it? Haven't they played against each other? I don't think they have. Did they?
Holding this together. 3 left for BBL, but Larock is a problem. Straight up.
This is the first time they face against each other, no?
NRG'ye karşı oynadığımız maçta bizde eksik olan şey bir tık daha sahne tecrübesi olabilirdi. Hani evet diyoruz yani.
I think it's talking about BBL's loss to Energy, right?
Bu süreci daha iyi yönetmiş olabilirler bizden. Ama bundan sonra bir kere daha
I need to look back now.
bırakın bizi yenmeyi muhtemelen bizden map bile alamayacaklar. Lower Bracket'tan bu turnuvayı kazanacağız ve EMEA
G2.
söylediğim gibi bütün kupaları kazanacağız.
Yeah, this is the first time they face off against each other. G2 lost to PPRX and
Now, looking
Nongshim.
across the other side of the stage, G2 might have lost to
And beat
Nongshim Red
Shilai,
Force, but they
T1,
played
and
it
All
quite
Gamers.
close. It did look like at times they were getting lost in the sauce in terms of their agent selections, especially with the Harbor on Abyss and ISO on Corrode. We've sort of seen that already from them through Americas, but what are your thoughts on those two specific picks on those maps?
I think what G2 is trying to go for here is, in a similar vein to NRG, not playing necessarily the optimal comp, but one that they feel is exploitative and strong against the meta.
They haven't
Harbor,
yet,
for
Dubious
example,
Winter.
is very
It's
good
coming up
into
soon.
A double duelist composition where Flood retake is great because his wall slows
I
players pushing
think
through it
I
and
think
makes it
BBL
harder
will
to find
definitely want to
effect.
try to take
And he's
this
also
over to
excellent at
Corrode if they
shutting down
can.
offers, and you look across to that ISO as well, and he has great tools to try and counter some of those things. So while it's very different than NRG, I think they have the same.
Let's see what
goal
BBL's
in mind
track record
of
is on
finding these
Corrode.
exploitative comps against the meta.
It's a good mix between like the stalling power that you can have with both the ISO and the Harbor. I also think that the Cove, especially with how much spam
They're only
like
1-0,
across
but they're
smokes we see,
they're still playing
in the
double
game,
duelists on
throws
that
you a
and
lot of
own
different tools.
gentlemates
Yes,
on it too.
Maybe against the Nongshim,
And
it
EMEA.
wasn't easy to see just because Dambi.
So we're playing
but
like
I liked to see
Whaley,
that
Yoru,
they are
Viper,
thinking of
Omen,
tools to
Soba.
stop things around and go up against this double duelist because it's most of the things that they're going to find in this tournament.
I think they've realized how
Gonna get
weak
that Abyss
G2 has
today
been
as
on
well, I
Corrode
think, in
that they
detail.
probably could take
And
advantage of
I
that.
feel like this Harbor comp is really good into the style that BBL like to play on their defense. They love those fast, aggressive rotates, trying to immediately get back into the site. Harbor shuts that down. They love.
To be
all
honest,
those
though,
all
they
of
have
these
a very
things
good
are
map pool
great
versus G2
direct
period. They could
counters
take this
what
to
their opponent
Haven.
is looking to do.
And now that you're
They could
talking
take this
about
to
do
Abyss.
not
They could
forget
take
all
this
the
to
fakes
Corrode.
and how they were
Although
trying
they
to
haven't
play
played
with
too
their
much Corrode,
opponent's
so
lines, how they were playing also and how
you'll
the
probably
Harbor
leave that
helps,
as like a
having that
floater so that
support over
G2 is
mid to
forced to
fight
ban
against
it so
your
you have
There was
more
a Baby going solo to the
maps
B
in your
side
favor.
often and trying to pull people and just
That's
fight
him.
in general. Let's
Right?
hear what's on Jorgamo's mind
I think
today in this
I think
catch-up, of
G2
course,
would
with
probably
Ariana
want to
General.
ban Bind. And then you have BBL.
But Jen here with Jogamo of G2.
Probably
Jogamo,
want
your opponents
to
today, BBL.
ban Pearl.
They are a team that constantly look for fights. So when
And
it
then
comes to
G2
their
would probably want to
tendencies,
take Abyss.
How much disruption do you think they're going to cause? Or when it comes to
BBL
you
will
guys
take
playing your own
Haven.
game?
I mean, maybe the old G2 we would get caught up a little bit, like PRX.
Then
being
G2
able to
would
stop us
probably
is one
ban-
thing. I think BBL we have the opportunity to stop them where they need to be at. So yeah.
All right,
Corrode?
Thank you so much. And G2 better than BBL?
Yeah, for sure. G2 way
And then
better than
BBL would probably ban. What's left here?
G2 certainly had their work cut out
Breeze
for them going up against Down,
and
but Leaf
Split,
in
right?
particular
Split.
seems pretty happy to step up to that challenge.
To put
step
this
up
on
to that plate and
Breeze
be the one
as a
to provide
decider.
the stopping power against that Neon pace.
Yeah, I think that in maps like Abyss and maps like Split, we
BBL
saw time and
representing
time
us,
again the
Unks,
support that he
showing
was
that we
running
still
from
are-
the energy
exactly,
as well on
Panduche.
that last
So
round.
sick.
When things were not going well, I think
Hopefully,
that his
hopefully.
snake fights
Me,
were
it's my
just-
primes,
he was
my
so
40s.
incredibly quick, and you need
Ascension
to be
1
there,
in
right,
my
to try and
40s.
separate the
I felt like
aggression that
if
is
I kept
coming your
grinding
way.
solo
I think
queues,
that
maybe I would have a
he
chance to
was
get
definitely supporting also
Ascendant
in
2.
the-
How much time do we have until
What impressed me
until
in
the
this
season
game
ends
really
or the
wasn't
act ends,
necessarily
chat?
just his
2
aim
weeks?
and
1 week?
mechanics, but his positioning and the way that he was set
I'm gonna
up.
keep the sub
Defense
chat
was
if you don't
very
mind,
fast,
just so that we
dualistic,
have
in
we
Nongshim Red
we
Force.
see if we
And that
guess
goes
the
back to theme of
vetoes
Leaf
correctly.
as a player. He's a guy who doesn't spend a huge amount of time grinding ranked, playing the aim trainers. He likes watching VODs instead and
I
trying to really
think-
take a brainy approach to the game.
I think
And
these two could
looking
be
at a meta where there are
interchangeable.
teams that play such aggressive and unique
But I think this
styles.
is where
A
it's
lot
gonna
of the
go.
time, the best way to beat them
Or BBL
is
takes
in
Haven, or
thinking
BBL
about
takes
what is the
Breeze.
best way I can position myself?
Where
How
are
can
they
I
weak?
get an advantageous fight? Because if you take an even fight against Dombi, you lose. And Leaf wasn't putting himself in those positions.
Feels like the kind of cerebral player that's very good at shutting down star players
Yes.
on the other side. That's definitely seems like his.
I think we're getting into vetoes like right now.
Furia in that game against BBL,
Oh,
do you
never
feel
mind.
like they've exposed any weaknesses or gaps in BBL's attack? Obviously, it was a
Probably
series
after
where
this
at times
segment,
was
we're gonna
quite
get into
competitive.
skirmish.
Is there anything G2 can take away from that series?
Actually, no,
that
there's
they
no
themselves can
skirmish
try and
because
use?
Definitely, right? Especially on
Yeah, it is
Breeze,
skirmish,
we saw
'cause
it
it's
when you're
lower
speaking
bracket,
about
right?
the attack. We speak also about the way that BBL likes
Lower
to take
bracket,
on
there's
those
no,
fights. And the operator was the
there's no
name of the
favoritism
game
going
for
into that, if I'm
Furia
not
here on
mistaken,
Breeze.
so
Not
there
one,
should be a
sometimes
skirmish
two,
after
even
this.
three to
So I
shut
think this
them
might
down,
be the
trying
last
to
segment
isolate
after.
those fights and not giving them a chance
Before we
to
get to
say
skirmish.
anything about it.
Yeah, BBL splits their duelists on attack more than any other team at this tournament. They love sending them both on individual missions, and I think that's especially obvious on their Abyss and on their Breeze. And in both these maps, Furia had a great game plan to fight into those solo players on the extremity, be it with multiple players swinging or with just an operator holding. And to me, me, that's the key. If you're letting those duelists alone get away with taking tons of space into you, it's going to be a wonderful position for Rose to call the macro from. If you're opping them and pushing them back and forcing them to use early utility, it makes it so much harder for BBL to execute on their style.
We have high expectations for
Sorry, chat, I want to
BBL,
see what this
especially
is.
coming in from EMEA, but
I want to see what this is real quick. Oh, Clarity remix? Wait, this is kind of fire, no? I wish I didn't need... Oh, there is no skirmish. Let's get into maps chat.
Bracket to the lower bracket, you have the advantage of choosing to be Team A or Team B. Team B. Team B. So G2 Team B.
Team B, so that means BBL
Team
bans
A.
first.
BBL starts banning a man. We ban bind. Bind.
Okay, so this
ban
is...
for G2. Pearl.
I mean...
Pearl. Map pick for BBL.
Haven or Breeze?
We picked Haven. Haven. Side on Haven.
Yo, what's up, Michael? How's it going? G2 picks Abyss.
Attack. Attack. Map pick for G2. Breeze.
Oh!
Side on Breeze for BBL.
Hold on.
Defense on Breeze. Defense. Okay, last set of bans. We start with BBL. You have
That
Abyss,
threw me
Corona, and
off.
Split.
We had these bans correct, but flipped because BBL's team A.
Ban Corrode.
And
Last
same
ban
thing.
For G2, you have Abyss and Split.
Ban split. And then you have Haven. Oh, Abyss. Yeah, you ban split for Abyss.
Ban Split. Ban Split, so Abyss is the decider. Side
Chat,
on Abyss
I
for
mean,
BBL.
we got the map still. We got the map still. Breeze. Breeze was correct. Abyss was correct.
Attack on Abyss.
And
Attack
Haven.
on Abyss. That's it. Good luck, have fun. Okay, good luck.
So chat, we had this reversed because BBL was team A and G2 was team B, but the bans were exactly how we thought they were going to be. And it was just somehow G2 taking Breeze is surprising for me.
But I think the fact that G2's coming in as a high seed means
That's the surprising thing, because I thought that BBL was going to go to a point where they wanted to veto to get Breeze into their favor.
I think it is advantageous
So interesting.
to G2. I
So
see
interesting.
Two maps, the Haven and the Abyss, where I think
But
G2's
we got our vetoes, we got our maps correct.
are a great
Just
stylistic match
these
to
two were
BBL.
reversed.
And then we have a Breeze, where BBL's coming off of a pretty brutal loss to Furia, and it's looked solid for G2.
And speaking about Furia, this is the same maps that we saw against them. So for the side of the preparation, as we were speaking,
Yeah, that's true. It's the same
G2,
maps.
They should have an edge on that realm. Also, you were speaking about Haven and how BBL plays their macro on the defense. Probably G2 was paying very good attention to that because their response is to start on the attack.
Yes.
And I think it is a great moment.
Chat, remember,
to
once we
show
get
the
to
same
like
thing
2
that they
minutes
did
left,
against T1
I'm gonna
after
run
having
ads,
a
okay? So we
devastating
don't
first
get
half,
hit by
but
ads
when
during the
2
first
and
map,
10,
if
they
that's okay
turned
with you
things
guys.
around. And I
Yo,
have
what's up,
to
Jen? How's it
highlight
going?
in that
Welcome back.
specific
Welcome
match,
back.
Jogmo and Trent, and the fact that the way that they were taking Garage constantly and using the Phoenix utility and the Fade combined, I think that suits them very, very well.
The double flash composition, having the Phoenix and
Your
the
internet?
I think is excellent.
Wait, how's your internet
into
bad at
BBL's
2 in the morning,
defense.
Michael?
It gives you tons of tools to push Loverrock's off the line, and it gives you a lot of
We
tools
moved
to
forward 1
take
hour, so I think
space
we're
at
we're
Garage,
actually
where
11
you're
hours
gonna be
difference
wanting
now,
to
so it's
deal with
1
that
a.m.
site
for you now,
utility
right?
And break those trips.
So it's not
And you
quite
got an
double
ad?
drone, but
Unlucky,
G2
unlucky.
are trying to build compositions that answer this double duelist meta. Instead of droning an op contact angle off, they just use flashes. To
Our
try and
predictions
pull
are
into that
done,
space.
chat.
If
So
we see
hopefully
them
you
try
got
and fight
those
for
in.
Garage
If not,
and
get
clear
ready
the
for the
side, but Util
second
feels like they've still
map
got the tools to do
predictions
that,
once we
even
get
if
there.
it's different to their regional counterpart.
For sure. I think this is a great stylistic match for G2.
All
I
right,
think
chat.
they can come in with
I'm gonna
excellent
run
prep,
actually
but I felt the
2 minutes
same
of ads
way
right now.
against Nongshim.
Okay.
And Nongshim, when it
I'm
came
sorry.
down to the wire, when it got close, they outshot them. They had more big individual moments.
And if you
while
didn't get
I think
hit by
G2
ads, we
match,
can get
I
yapping
think
here.
there's a risk of the same happening today against the BBL, who's been excellent in those big moments.
Yeah, and individual moments also when we take a look at the second map and we think about Breeze, we were speaking about the uppers. I love it because we prepared this entire thing speaking about these maps and the highlights, and we
Wait,
ended up going
if they already
to
did
the
vetoes, why are they
places.
showing
And
it right
speaking
now?
about the
Are
Breeze
are
also
we
and
are we from the
Redemption,
future in
basically,
Americas?
I think that with the operator and whatnot, what we were discussing has to be the edge for G2. The thing about BBL is that any of the players can be a highlight and can be the difference maker.
Now, earlier we asked which region you're
How do I
rooting
get
for
ads
in
when
our
I'm a
Mastercard
sub?
fan
Dude,
poll.
Jen, I
Of course,
have
the
no
results
idea.
are in, so
I'm
let's
gonna
see
write it out.
Exactly
I
where you have put your
have
votes
no
here,
idea
folks. Remember,
how
you can always
Twitch
get involved in
does
this
that
conversation with
sometimes.
#ValorantMasters, Masters, but we have 57% of you backing Pacific. And if I've seen the conversation on Twitter, I'm not surprised to see it's dominated by Pacific fans.
On day 5 of the Valorant playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah, you have paper eggs and non-shape. Like
But there's no-
for this event, you should be
there's
settled. And I
no-
think that if it was me, I would have voted.
Oh yeah, there is paper eggs
Now,
playing today,
it's time
right?
for everybody put their money or at least their credibility where their mouths are. Let's bring out the predictions
Paper eggs
for
and all
today and see
gamers.
where our talent team are standing. We have the classic all gamers pick here for Jen Lee, which I do respect, but most of us definitely on the paper X side. It's an even split down the middle between BBL believers and G2 fans. Kakuka Mimi, you guys are on opposite sides of the table in that prediction.
Yeah, I think that's...
Is the stream gone or my internet gone? I don't know. Hopefully it's just your internet, because I think I'm still pretty good here on my side. Let me have a look here. We are still live. Bit rate's unstable, it says on my client, but I think we're usually pretty good.
The individuals for BBL make me want to believe. I think that with the momentum is in their side, on their side.
Kantar has been owning as a hype guy, by the way, chat. I love this guy.
They could have the edge.
It's another big pressure match for BBL. It's another match where I think their opponents will have a good stylistic read on them, but they've performed in those scenarios already, taking down Furia. The same against NRG, nearly beating that squad. I think G2's favored, but BBL is so resilient.
This certainly feels like it's a matchup for the nerds. Two distinct styles are going to be battling it out here. And frankly, the balance of power in Valorant is ever shifting. And now LaRock has the chance to turn...
Yeah, what's up, Joseph? How's it going? Screw BBL. All my homies hate BBL. Are you going for G2 today, Joseph?
A clash of generations. G2 versus BBL starts right now.
Yo, Josek, I've been sleeping on it, by the way, about our debate with a classic and armor versus ghost. And after thinking about it for a couple of days, I think I'd like to say that I'm still right. I've already played them 20. I've played them 2 minutes ago, so we're good now. We shouldn't get hit by ads on the first map. I knew you were gonna say that. Your daughter and son said it wasn't possible? Yeah, I'm not too sure why it still does that, Genbomb. I have no idea. Oh, please don't apologize, 20, but I appreciate you reminding me just in case. I'll never buy a ghost because that gun is doo-doo butter. Yo, Joseph, we're gonna have to play a skirmish. We should play a skirmish of your classic armor versus my ghost. Is audio good, by the way, chat? So I'm yapping right now. Music's happening. I think that the volume's pretty good, but I could do some alterations where needed. Just let me know. G2.
It's the young, hot-headed outfit from EMEA that took the region by
What do you mean it won't prove anything about the guns?
The mainstay, the consistent...
What do you mean it won't prove anything but... Okay, now you're rage baiting, Joseph. Now you're rage baiting. Yo, definitely not Matador. How's it going, man? Long time. Do you have multiple accounts? I've had that happen with initially log on my phone and unsub an account and then switch back to that sub account. Interesting, interesting. I won't know until it starts on here to casters. Perfect. We'll wait until once we get into the server then.
Discipline and control. But on the other side, we have a BBL that
You also can't skirmish with the armor. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Confident to look and face into every duel, but G2 might be a different opponent today.
You've been good. Good to hear, dude. Good to hear.
We've ever seen show up to a VCT global event. 5 rookies that grinded through everything together.
A one versus one will never say anything about the game or weapon balance. What do you mean?
From Ascension have slowly made
what do you mean?
And upgrades became a mainstay on this stage. Well, they have very
technically, if I don't hit too many headshots, you should survive, right?
They have that same history. It's a question of if BBL...
Oh, you've been good? Yes, I've been good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. TLDRs have been great. We haven't been streaming too much over the weekend because every weekend is family time with the wife and kid. But today, I think we might only be able to watch BBL versus G2, and then I'll send you guys over to wherever you guys want to go. And then I'm unfortunately going to be not on camera or streaming for the next maybe 2 weeks, because on Thursday, my son is getting his tonsils removed. and he's gonna need 10 days to recoup. So I will be taking most of my time just hanging out with him to make sure he's good. Family is great. Thank you for asking, Jen. If we hit the same amount of shots, we get the same results. One head, one body for both sides. Well, there you go. There you go.
The last team standing between these rookies and the top 4.
That's what I'm saying, Polar. That's what I'm saying. Josic, the rage baiter. We all fucking hate Josic here. Polar, are you taking another break?
Talented players with great intuition for the game, and frankly, Jogamo and BBL have not been able to fire at the same time yet here at Masters.
Hell yeah. Is it lunchtime or are you eating?
First map, I want to touch up again on the Haven and the potential that
you can't aim.
You're talking about those duelists, and we're talking
it's okay.
about
I still love you.
He feels that he's incredibly
and even if you
confident,
can't aim,
but
you
BBL
probably
feels the
aim
exact same
20
way.
times better than me
Will
anyways.
G2 be the first one to disrupt that
Because
macro
if I
on
could
defense
aim,
and take advantage of
we
everything
would
that
be
they
a
learned?
duo queue, right?
If that
So
happens, how is BBL going to react to this? Are they going to crumble down, or are they?
you got to do what you got to do as a dad. Good job, by the way,
before
Base.
they
Thank you,
happen?
thank you.
There's no doubt that G2
I've been on the
are
Ghost.
game
It's the
plan
worst pistol in
going
Game
into
Way
this
for
matchup. It's the
years.
exact same maps that BBL
That's why I'm still
It's
going to
two
debate that
compositions
against you,
that stylistically favor
Josic.
them in this pool. The question comes down to when it gets money.
Have you ever
when it
gotten to a
gets late in the
20-minute
game,
yelling match
can
about
their
a Gibby
individuals
bubble on
rise
Apex?
to
Because
the
Josic and I
occasion
have.
and match
You know
a
what?
team that has some of the best
Now it just
firepower
makes sense,
at the
Ian.
event?
Something we haven't really
That
touched on here
Josic is always going to
BBL
think about a certain meta
right?
that he's going to
Rose
stick
says-
to,
I mean, BBL said they're not rookies, right? But suffice to say,
and we'll die on that hill.
gulf between the level
We'll
experience
die
over
on that
time
hill.
between Valen and Rose. And Valen's someone who we've felt like reads
Wait,
opponents
so
very well, and
where
adapts
should
and
the
has
Gibby bubble
really
be
next
thrown?
level mid-rounding.
The adaptation is what Rose has to prove today. I think he's
There are no winners in a Josic argument, just
Josic
Josic winning Josic. I just added that. I just paraphrased. But I think that makes sense, right?
Couldn't figure it out until it got
You
down
eagled
to
my
those
DM.
last couple
That's what you
solo
get,
plays.
Josic.
Against NRG.
How's it going,
They
Tylo?
slip it into an overtime there as well. I want to see a BBL today who has learned from those games, who will have a faster adaptation and can give it to G2.
Rose is very
What
aware of the
DM?
pieces
Dude,
that he has on
exactly
his team.
what
To me, he has to be
Ian
on top of that
meant to say.
keep the vibes up,
You,
to
oh wait, they changed their
stop
comp.
overheating
Hold
events
on, we got a
that
baby
happen
bait.
from the side
No,
of
never mind, it
BBL,
hasn't changed.
So they can control. Remember, now that they're starting on the defense.
Wait,
even
it
with
has
that
changed,
pistol
no?
round, Kreven
Because they're
being a
not
little bit
playing.
too
They're
aggressive.
well,
I
actually,
wanna-
they've played
I wanna
this
see how
already.
G2 is
They played
prepared
this
to deal with
already.
that aggression in
I was gonna
this
say they don't play the Viper comp anymore, but they've been pulling out the leaf on Euro already, so nothing changes. Nothing
How
changes.
they're A, pushing Lovers Rock off the line
I am
as the operator,
intrigued
and
of how
B,
they're gonna get
how they're
value
using
from
those
Baby Bay,
flashes to
having to play
space
against a Neon
Mirage
and TP and
Break
Cages
that
and
Cypher utility,
Smokes.
diminish BBL's ability to quickly rotate on defense before calling into a site late.
Because
This
Baby
has to be
Bay
a
is just
slow,
gonna get
controlled
egoed
game
by
from
both
G2
Lovers
on
Rock and
attack,
LaRock.
but that is where this
They don't
team
really care about walls or whatnot
historically
either,
has
so this
We
is
speak about the
huge
over-rotations,
responsibility
but
for
we
Baby
also
Bay.
spoke about G2 selling
And remember
a
this
lot of
too
plays,
about
trying
Jogmo's
to play
style,
with their opponent's
especially when they're
mind.
playing.
Let's
Good
see
thing
if
that
they
they're
can
playing
do the
attack is to
same
get
against
good
the youngsters.
a good control of the attack first. Remember the combat game that they had against AG to win in overtime. But I think what's important too is once we take defense on how many times like Jogmo just flashes at like the minute mark to 50 seconds just to face check and get information, and or lives with 1 kill or dies spawning 4 where they don't have any other players that is able to block and plug that gap right away. Very, very difficult in my opinion to play this comp against BBL, but hopefully they have something good here.
I absolutely love it when you lie to me, Mitch. But what we have,
Let's see here.
such a test
I
of
stopped playing that game before the character got buffed into being
We
very
have
viable.
G2, who is made to
So
be
in my
a
mind, he's the
title
biggest troll
contender,
character in the game,
pushing
even
the
though he
wins,
was meta in
chasing
pro for a
that
bit.
trophy,
Are we
that
talking about
first
Chamber?
place
Definitely
position.
Matador? I
And
forgot. I
in
didn't get to
such
scroll
a
up to look.
different spot, it's BBL.
Yeah, and you gotta think that G2.
Yo, Ian,
maybe
is solo
coming away
marathon
from the series
or solo
previously
arc raider
now
is more
A
fun?
little better equipped. Again, the issue for me came down to firepower. Now that's something that's going to be at the forefront of BBL's approach.
Oh, Gibby.
particularly
Word.
starting on Haven. I love the point
All right,
Mary
let's
made as
start,
well.
chat. Let's
Baby
start.
Bay needs to
Big
be the
game
one
on the
to
attack.
control. Kreven, of all people,
Yep.
in terms of what BBL want to do on this first half, it's Kreven. You need
He's gonna
to watch out
does he
for
have
on the
TP? No.
defense. Again, his
He's
ability
playing
to anchor
flash
and
double
really
smokes. And he's trying to smoke
dictate,
this to
become a
start.
puppet master in some of the macro for BBL.
And they already shock darted instead of recon dart and walking up through the
And
smoke.
there's a great deal of tape on BBL on this map now for G2 to pour over, get a good idea of how they want to approach this. Come in
No
with the
trip,
game
so he buy. Oh yeah,
plan in
and no
mind.
trip, so he
They
buys
are the
like as many
experienced team here. They
bullets
are
here on the
ones
headhunter as he
to
can.
handle this, and already Jaw trying to get in, but LaRock gonna send him away.
Good
Great
trades.
trade for G2. They've
Wait,
opened
Leaf
up
with a bandit,
massive
by the way,
opportunity
chat.
towards the A site, and hopefully they stay diligent.
Fake TP.
Rose has tucked it. Leaf not actually
Clone walking in. Now they fight in the smoke. Great pick by Leaf.
Rose just reading into that fake a little too
Yeah,
much.
they just know about the. Remember the aggro pushes that they have trying to fight in smoke, so these guys could fun rotate.
And I feel like G2
We saw an example of that before, and Leaf was already ready for that. An early 4 versus 2. And then, who talked about it before? It was you, wasn't it, 20? I talked about the amount of times that Cruin has been lurking around against Furia. Well, you saw BBB's responsibility watching this for a very long time.
Fantastic start for the G2 side.
He's dancing. So they have the responsibility of BBB watching the flank. They fight towards the A site. They got great trades into that one as well. This is a great start for G2.
On G2 maybe rotating away here. Obviously, contact was taken.
A 4-1 setup that they had, preventing the window watch, the window walk up.
In terms of the approach here.
Your Twitch died, you're on YouTube? Oh, hell yeah, Michael. So maybe it was your Twitch in the first place and not just your internet. Welcome back, though. I don't know why, though, Michael. I'm a little bit delayed, apparently, on YouTube, so I apologize for late on answering those. It's very different. Solo Arc is more vibes. Solo Marathon is very on-site. Oh, I see.
Your baby bays and draws as well, but if he can find a nice kind of level of impact too, that adds such a lovely.
These guys looking like they were looking to flood retake. Maybe Paranoia flash and then flood through.
We'll see potentially. I mean, 3 ideally alive. Leaf and Valen may suffer a loss if they have to, but the others you'd really like to see them kind of build those funds around the weapons there into the bonus.
Twitch in Vietnam is getting pretty screwed. Word.
You'll see just seeing the rotation come across towards
Again,
Rose.
always very fast on the rotates. So far, this is going to win G2 a lot of rounds if you don't see BBL starting to be more proactive on these lanes either. This, it just makes sense because we've already like gotten rid of Cruin's util within this round. It's all classics anyways. Actually, they probably had never purchased anything in this round. All classics, just so they could have a better gun round in the next in their NT bonus. But then if you look at this, the buy for the bonus for G2 is going to be very good. They'll have like probably Outlaw. They'll have 2 rifles. Maybe even they'll play 2 rifles. 2 rifles, maybe Headhunter on Jogimo.
Heroic level of form from him. So they are going to catch Leaf, but he was allowed off the leash anyway. You could see the switch up of the weaponry. So it's going to be Valen who may be able to stick around a little bit longer just in case.
I have no idea, Michael.
Full shield wouldn't be the end of the world.
But I will not be spending my my stream being tech support. We're gonna watch party this game. Okay, a great start for Leaf. 2 away from ulti. Or even gonna keep the Marshall. Interesting. So you're probably gonna give that back to Baby Bay.
This is nice. And this is controlled.
Here are the 2. Oh, I was gonna say 2 rifles. There you go. It was a misbuy. You bought an Ares in the first place, but they are going for that buy. 2 rifles, a Bulldog, and a Spectre. Very respectable. Get it? Spectre, respectable. As a buy. Will we be able? This is like around 3. Yes.
It wasn't as if things got chaotic for G2. They still look very composed. It was more Danby being a little the random anomaly, right, to some of those equations. But
looks to be fairly quick. You might flash this and try to sell a fake on the front of the B site and try to push players to push out for these lanes.
Rose here will catch with the drone. Doesn't tell too much here. A little trade off from.
There's that first flash from Jaw.
Still at 82.
Here's Prowler to keep these guys at bay, and these guys start walking out. Exactly what we were talking about before, chat. They're going to still move in and try to break this trip, I think, in my eyes. Yeah, there you go. This is exactly what I wanted to see from G2 as prep going into this game. That's a nice firewall, too, to block the window. And now, see what I mean? These guys have to stay on site. They're solo 8. This is a free plant now. Even an easy pick for BB Bay.
The plan is
Dude, BBL getting their ankles broken so far.
But now look at the timing for Trent.
If you're coming back to Hanoi, hit me up. I'll let you know. I'm planning to go to Vietnam for that next year. just depending how much it's going to cost us.
You can't help but enjoy it for G2. They don't need to overextend.
He upgrades a weapon. He runs away. Yeah, this is huge. I mean, Trent, yeah, he was a little bit antsy there. He was caught in mid weapon trade, but these guys are going for it. Wait, why are they going for it? Why are they going for it, guys? It's 5v3, guys. It's 5v3. How are you still going for it with your guns? They have to eco now.
Too soon for Rose to give up the angle here. The reposition to heaven. Obviously, the save.
That was a nice shot by Dre.
Baby Bay just
easy one.
Up. G2 not allowing firepower to become a factor in a lot of these situations.
But this is exactly what I'm talking about, right, Chad?
Leaf is at 6-1.
He's like, look at him. I'm gonna fucking own him. I love it. I love that from LaRock. They're gonna try to walk down and fight here.
If this gets a little bit of pressure on BBL, I'm up for the challenge. This is excellent stuff, and Leaf is just such a monstrous player.
I don't think they're gonna try to ulti. Oh my! Okay, they're making sure that they see a clear sight. So this is a huge slam onto C site. Kerwin's gonna have a lot of responsibilities right now.
Confidence for Leaf. He wants an absolute fight on it. And he's standing his ground.
They got flooded out, but they got seized. All 4 of them got seized in the smoke. These guys got owned. Jaw's like, bro, you're fucking flashing me.
Showing pedigree, showing control.
Yo, Ian, did you see that? Did you see that?
Flawless.
Jogimo is basically me in our corrode game and shorts.
Need to switch something up. Back out of this timeout here. We'll have the purchase.
No one said the BBL players were smart. I think they're really smart. It's just, where is the spike going this time? I think it's gonna go B.
Just a couple of kills so far for them.
8-1, man. Leaf. What again?
Right now, what's happening is like G2 are doing a lot of control in the mid round for extremity control. I feel like they're going to continue to do this B garage, break util, still pressure this, and probably finish B for a plant. That's why I'm taking B.
This is what you expect from a quality team like G2.
Yeah, I come back to the same point.
Unless they get like instant picks, then whatever. They're just going to hit whatever site they get numbers advantage in.
Actually just frag their way back into a few rounds, string something together, get the operator online for Lovers Rock.
But prep is there. That's what we wanted to see.
Rounds are going to be an issue for G2. In total control of the map, total control.
And the thing is, you would need G2 to get as many rounds as possible on the attack because we know their defense is not the best with this comp. So this timeout is super important for the confidence of G2 because we've seen so many also games this tournament where G2 starts with like a huge snowball in the beginning, converting bonuses or whatnot, but also it still ends up being like a 7-5 half because they lose control of their lead.
And I think we've all been kind of waiting and watching.
BBL on and off. They're going to try to take the line right away. This should be a star recall then, once they get him posted up.
Nicely prepared.
Operators out for Lovers Rock.
4-play stack today. Baby's on it. Again, this is looking like they have
done. Big flash. That's a big flash. It never smoked. Okay, they did smoke it. They did smoke it.
Once again, Rose forced to back away.
That's a beautiful flash by Joggimo. So you opt this, even if it's the decoy. These guys are like, oh, well, the op's going to look this way. We can start walking up. Joggimo flashes through and catches one. And Lovers Rock's at 6 HP, chat. G2 versus Brazilian butt lift, pretty much. What's up, Cody? How you been, man? How's life? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hopefully nursing has been good. Living a dream. Wait, what the fuck?
He's having real issues here in
all right, these guys got to save. Now you have to save.
And Leaf is just
continuing
to apply pressure to the wound, right? And these three, maybe at one point,
yeah, there you go. There's a save. Try to do some econ damage. They could try to take down Dre.
Here, you'll be lucky to save. This might be top 4 quality coming out from G2, and this could be the difference of the big boys for BBL. Yes, they had a great back and forth with some of the other teams. Hell, they took NRG to OT, map 3. They've already proven
this is insane play from G2. Yeah, so far they've been very good. Just macro-wise has been awesome. The main thing though that we want to see, chat, right now it's still working quite well because who's carrying a G2 right now is Leaf. It's not necessarily on the Joggimo and Baby Bay, but
very, very
in those
little
moments,
resistance.
these guys are still
G2
finding
won
great
around the
value.
first 25 seconds.
So this is the
And it's
G2
not
you
the
want to
first
see.
time. It is not the first time.
This is potentially like the AG G2 caliber, but I still need a little bit more to be confident of like, wait, this is our America's G2 where, okay, they're going to get top 3.
Try and deny the flash by turning it. Again, Rose caught off guard.
We love Leaf, 100%. Holy shit, we agreed on something, Josic.
Him being pivotal.
I was stepping on brains my last shift. Holy shit.
Slight overstep on the clone.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Again, falling here.
Thinking about learning Val, CS2 is so bad. Has it?
First engagement.
What makes it so bad now? How many additional rounds will G2 Esports win in a row? Fuck, at this rate, 5+. This is a 12-0 half, chat.
Krevin hasn't really been able to find space
At this rate, 12-0 half.
G2 have set up in this default. Lovers Rock still looking to get aggressive.
It should smoke that up. Yeah.
Rose over towards Suez here. Lovers Rock actually taking the TP.
I don't think they were close enough to hear a TP come out, though, so...
I mean, expect to see him here.
I think this is going to have to be a slow re-clear to move back towards A control if they want to.
Lovers Rock on these walkouts down C-Long. If they can control that, it takes away a lot of...
Again, they need to break this trip,
the options,
which they are going to do right now.
Oh,
the jump out.
Pin it down and Leaf finds a response.
Still gets the entry.
Leaf has just been on the money for me.
They broke the
every
trip
single
too.
time. I've not seen him be this lethal in a minute, but
Loita's going to go for this. Nice, big flash. Had to go back towards A side.
They are manipulating BBL. Yeah, they've got a bit of space down C long, but the A side's open. They're just
Still has
figuring
2
that out
flashes.
with
Going
the
to flash
algo.
out this wall,
This is a
maybe?
different
No,
class.
just jumps out.
And again,
Okay.
Leaf already up on this.
Nice
Jaw
Jogma
catching
watching the flank, so no more crewing.
Perfection
Again.
so far, and Leaf
Works out
just
perfectly,
showing up,
chat.
man. This is just so easy.
They have...
G2.
They know the
are
whole
a
BBL strat book
level
right now.
above Currently, as Lovers Rock, you just
They even
want
have time to
keep the
plan
gun
to give
if you can.
Jogma
Valen may
ulti.
not
Like,
even
this is
like
looking
to.
very good for
This is
G2.
systematic domination.
The cheating's out of control. Is it that bad,
Looking
Cody?
like
That
the
fucking
big
sucks.
dogs today.
Who are you playing with these days? Are you still playing with, like, Amy, like Lettuce and Michael and all them?
G2 the ones to actually slip the net, take space away from BBL. Again, a great catch from Jorgamo. Again, the dart just not
At this
revealing.
rate, chat, we might be able to watch a little bit of the second series if this is going to be like 2 13-0s. Look at LaRock. Like, shut down.
Yeah.
Okay, so this, look, I know it's been a hot topic of conversation, but if you're going to give it,
some.
yeah, true. If you're going to give it, you got to be ready to receive it. And if you start tilting when someone's standing up, giving it right back to you, hell, that's part of the game. This is why we love this. This is what you want to be seeing. Because do you actually have that capability to bounce back?
One sec,
when
chat.
you're
I gotta
starting
answer
feel
to my
what
wife
it's
real
like
quick.
on the receiving end of it. And it's all good and well when it's smooth sailing. But for now, G2 creating stormy waters. Leaf again with a little test. I'm going to identify early.
When I get absolutely stomped in my comm games, I remind myself that one of the best players in the world also gets smurfed out 100%. I actually haven't gone into that mental yet, because if I get stomped on, I lose my cool. At least we're being a little bit more proactive at the minute mark here on the side of BBL before we actually go for hits. This might be able to punish early. This is really good from Loita.
But it's all about timing. And it's going to be a
Oh,
bullet to the side of
no.
the brain. Valen instantly collects it. There's
Okay, this is a
finally
huge
a
pivot
bit
to
of
C.
activation
After they
from
saw
Lovers
that
Rock,
peek out,
but in the meantime,
they're like, okay, free
G2
plant.
have eyed up this C site. This is where
But
they wanna
they've
be.
lost
Red
Leaf.
heading.
And
Spike
Lovers
is
Rod
already
just
going
picked up ulti. This could be really good for the retake for BBL right now.
Drift here to invest for the retake. G2
Oh, I like
looking
this.
to push forward here.
I like this.
I don't. They don't even have C's.
Flash and Jorgamo
Oh, he still gets the kill in the
That's
rock.
gone.
He
And
blinded
he's
Trent,
getting
but it
the
still works
numbers on
out. He
their
still
side.
runs
These
out
are
of
just
the
really nice
flash and gets the kill.
fundamentals from G2
Oh,
as well.
Jog just rushes through the
Jorgamo
molly.
allowed to play it forward.
Oh my
Maybe they
god.
have a 1-2 punch.
What are you gonna do,
And
Lovers Rock? You're
from
3 versus 1? Yeah, dude.
It is
Holy.
gorgeous for G2.
Yo, what's up, Sid? How's it going?
They're giving it right back. Look at that scoreline.
I thought BBL wants against energy. I was dead wrong. Nah.
This has been BBL's stronghold. This has
Face
been
has
the
closet
haven,
cheaters?
Mike.
That sucks.
And
That
now it
sucks.
is left in pieces.
Dude, bad timing. It was great timing by Loita until it was not good timing anymore. He didn't expect for the players to walk back into A main without making any noise in the first place onto into A side control.
Initial flash here to remove a body in the retake. And now, fortunately,
He's talking about Lovers Round, not even shooting at Valen. Jake is Valen. Coming out of the ult. Both timeouts now being used already. My pick'ems are absolutely torched. Yo, what's up, Coco? How's it going? I think some of my pick'ems were bad because of the Nongshim pick. And I also had, well, technically it's not that bad. I'll show you guys my pick'ems after this map.
And it just compounds, doesn't it? You've got Leaf sitting on 10-3.
My round ones have been pretty bad because of the Nongshim win.
Everyone's doing their job here.
Nongshim win and screwed all of my pick'ems, actually, to be honest with you guys.
G2 are on the receiving end of a pretty brutal game, you know, so recently. So for them to be able to pick themselves up here, incredible form of preparation, and then adding to boot Leaf on top. I don't know if BBL have the capability to handle this.
Alright, so they're going to try to be more aggro this time around, finally. They've given too much space for G2 for the first 7 rounds, so they're looking to fight. So camera to look. Here's that flash out. Huge punish right away. So they tried to trap play in the first place, but still a 3 for 2. And he still gets the kill in Lovers Rock, bro. And they know where the last guy is at, so they can take the whole map. They're going to go A side, go B, wherever the fuck they want with numbers.
Wrong site. Wrong score.
God damn, what a way to answer back on the trap play. They tried camera, Hunter's Fury. What else did they have? Probably like Lover's Rocket was over here, so I had no flashes.
Instantaneous, man. This is a different beast they're dealing with today.
I don't even think they smoked into the window too.
Absolutely nothing off this set piece, G2.
Because they're trying to get inside the window and maybe try to crunch on this side too. Oh yeah, they did throw the paranoia, but it was too late. And then, even if they got hit by paranoia because of Trent's haunt into front, that got a couple of pings. Even if you're paranoia, you can still spray them. I mean, this is too clean. You got Nongshim on a run? Yeah, I didn't go for Nongshim.
And this has been a really quiet game across the board. Take a quick glance at it yourselves there. No one breaking above 3 kills. That's worrying signs.
These guys are just going to start pugging it for BBL for the rest of the half. They're desperate for kills and for players to start activating here for BBL.
Again, they haven't been able to get deep enough here to really.
And look at where G2's at, man. They're just playing anything, anywhere.
Certainly going to be difficult here with Sheriffs and a stinger.
Kerwin's going to feel at the minute that he's going to have to peek. Actually, he shouldn't peek because this guy's your contact.
Without contact being taken by anybody outside B here.
If he's peeking in the garage, he's making a huge mistake. First contact has to be Lover's Rock.
Leaf actually wants to spot it first, though. Down to 40 HP. Krevin can't find anything on the other side.
Oh,
okay, they spot 2 there. They get the kill into Kerwin. As they pivot across, though, now LaRock could pick up this Vandal.
Doesn't see anything down towards middle. In the meantime, BBL is controlling that backside, so they can ferry up that spike pretty comfortably here.
Oh, Baby just catching on there, but it's a pre-take.
Oh my God, Jaw.
Almost at the 5, but again, it is there.
Oh my God. I mean, this is anti-eco, but they had an opportunity there for BBL to catch some players off guard until Jaw just sprays down 4 with 1 clip.
I mean, this is rehearsed as well. Jorgen's posted up here.
Yeah, G2 Paper X rematch for upper finals. I had Paper X against G2 in the lower bracket. My upper bracket is still G2 and sorry, it was Paper X and Energy in the grand finals. How many more kills will Leaf get before the end of round 12? I don't know, 5? 5 plus?
Very little that BBL can do here in the last few rounds. Operator back.
They finally get an op out though, and they're going for the good old standard fight into A main control.
BBL are trying.
Nice collat.
That's the first sign of light that they've actually had, but it's not safe.
Oh no!
Leaf's still alive.
They just gave it out right after.
Kills answering right back. Still has his ult. They still have Lover's Rock here, passing through sewer.
Boy, this is good for Lover's Rock in his position right now.
Leaf not stopping yet and committing towards that CT side.
I mean, he's still going to watch this. That gives them a chance to fight into B site.
Will get
yeah, I was going to say.
Leaf will fall. Just Valen and Trent left. First real advantage.
But because they had Prowler here already, and he forces TP, he pulls him out the line. Still gives him a chance to trade out this fight, though.
Still a chance here, though. Going to get close enough to a long.
This is BBL's map pick? Yeah, it is.
G2 are up close and personal here.
Trent has ulti too for the pulse plant. They're still in a good spot here. And Kruin's too far out that he can't ulti for info. So they won't know where the last two guys are at. Unfortunately, the Nightfall doesn't hit anybody. Nice, that's a big suck. That's a big suck there by Valen. That was such a big suck by Valen. 5 HP, oh my god, bro. That was such a big suck.
Untouchable right now. They said the first real advantage they've had.
BBL is better than NA, by the way. Bro, the fact that they just gave that away, dude.
Absolutely insane from Trent.
They just gave that away after getting a collat from Lover's Rock. That is momentum breaker right away.
Fundamentals. They got him on the ropes. Trailing by 10.
Bro, they are not fragging right now for BBL. This is insane. See what I mean? When they're going to keep trying to fight aggro, they have no choice. They're just out of this game right now that they're just trying to find anything to get back in. They saw two. They saw Rose as well. And they saw, okay, so they have info on 2 and 1 here. So they know they're weak side on B or, yeah, weak side on B or garage. I think you start pulling rotates across here and you finish back on this side. If Dre doesn't see anybody moving forward still, I think they finish back on A side. There's Valen walking towards that side soon.
BBL should have a good idea of how G2 is set up right now.
They're waiting for that 1 minute push out from BBL to find info. They don't see anything, they're going to start being a little bit more proactive.
Just waiting for BBL to show their hand. That might just be
yeah, see? It's just too easy.
It's hard to not enjoy it, right?
They have to peek for info.
Finally brought to heal, but there's other
oh, that's huge.
Bro's going to catch Draw in a little bit of a no-man land position, so they do again keep the numbers up. But this didn't stop G2 last round.
Well, they finished back on A, but wait, they pulled a rotate across. This is a big pick. Oh no, free kill by Loda.
And it is. The other two trying to find space towards this B site. The numbers are going to be really hard to fight against, but Trent was a miracle worker before.
All right. At least not a 12-0 half, but at least we still get our shot call. Like I said, they have to be dominant for G2 on their attack side. This game is not over yet on the first map. Their defense is not the best.
Behind that, only really Kreven that prevents this
with this comp, that is. It looks a lot better with when they're playing that double controller.
They want BBL to feed into some of these setups. Just catch this defensive proactivity, the aggression. There is the
still PMO. They got to get humbled 100%. 100%.
Oita and Lover's Rock will have ultimates here. The other side.
Yeah, we've seen this happen already for G2 against all gamers, right? So. Oh, that's huge. That's huge.
It's a bloody battle. Down on A long.
Still a 3-on-3. Jaw still alive. Still gets the pick on Rose. Now they could stall for a bit because the rotate's probably here by now. Hide inside the smoke. Yep, because you know somebody's gonna walk in there. I mean, it's too obvious. They always do that. It's so frustrating to watch BBL play when they don't change their ways. Guys, they've read. They know your style. They know you walk in smokes when you think you have timings, and they just wait for you in there. Where's your own prep? Where's your own prep?
They don't know how the hell to handle this team as G2 looking like those title contenders again.
That's what I'm saying, Josic. That's what I'm saying. He tried to do the crosshair flick in there, but like, dude, that is such a big gamble.
Can I help you, sir? Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it.
What happens after? Like, you get the pick, it's a 2v2, and then you've given a tell that you've already aggroed A site. You go back into C. I guess Kruin's util is still in that C site. You're trying to do a high risk, high reward. Will we see a successful 1v3 in the second half? No. How many goals will we purchase for the post halftime piss around? Dude, I can't even do it.
Protecting it is our purpose.
I think G2 is going to buy 2 of them. And then all of BBL are going to go with ghosts. So probably like 5+.
Grow and thrive with pay increases that earn you more from the start. This is
but as we're getting angry about the Loyal play, you gotta remember as well, this is like a very new team at the stage, so They're probably still learning as they go. I don't get this ad. La porte vers something. I didn't get to read that. That was too fast. How many goals have you purchased? 5+.
Muy bien, se van a dejar los fans de BBL. No lo puedo creer. De nuevo, BBL, BBL.
We got some BBL fans.
Ahí van, ahí van.
I think even the crowd needs a little more to believe in here from BBL. One round, it's not going to inspire you. Jesus, they've got a gauntlet to go if they even want to make this competitive.
I mean, BBL just haven't lost a single defensive half of Haven. Now relying on basically the raw firepower to carry them through this second half, and there might not be much of one, Lauren.
With you on that. This
absolute
looks
mountain to climb.
Yeah. And that's without
We got game phases on right now for G2.
Line for G2, Jorgamo 16-7 late in that first half, started to really pump up those numbers. Leaf, a threat from the start. Valen, solid as a rock, and the rest doing what is necessary.
How many ghosts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We won!
From G2.
Look at that. Not even any Sheriffs, though, for the side of anybody. They're going Frenzy, Ghosts, full flash for the hit. Here's that hit after contact. Okay, so we got the clone to protect the fallback from Valen. They're going to go for a triple flank, maybe? Yo, what's up, Roman? Good to see you, man. Pickups are fucked? Yeah. I think I had Paper X coming back from the lower finals. My finals is still Energy Paper X in the grand finals. But now, man, G2 is making a comeback. The big question, though, is what happens the next map when we're going to see, like, Jogimo and Baby Bay on, like, Waylay Yoru.
G2 start as they mean to go on. Rose with a valiant attempt, but it's going to be 12 in a blink of an eye. This has been swift.
And nobody looking to get aggressive from BBL, even here in the confirmation.
I think if Paper X played their usual comp, they would have won. I think it was still a good idea in terms of a good approach for the Gecko and Harbor. Not gonna lie.
It's just too much to do for him to recover here. Already seeing something, a byproduct of that first half where BBL.
You saw them starting to make a good comeback in the second half too.
A little bit. Obviously going to see the investment here, but
it's just you're also playing against a team that knows how to play against a Harbor because Ethan has played it often in the past as well. You thought Forsaken was gonna play? Nah, Forsaken's usually the Harbor for the team. Nobody else in that roster could play Harbor, with the exception of maybe like Devi, I'd like to think. But they probably needed Devi on Viper or something.
Leaf though with a judge inside the smoke, revealed, but TP's out.
Okay, calm in approach for now. Valen, no playing just yet. Laroc getting closer. Holding the other side.
You gotta get rid of crew in here.
Oh, he lost sight.
Oh no, Laroc.
He comes out fine.
Is it Jover, chat? They saw crew in. Dre's gonna start walking down. Karma sees him. He's gonna stay close to here. These guys start fighting back. And just worry about crew in later now because of that.
On towards the site. BBL digging in their heels now. Baby Bay does get the upgrade.
Oh, he's dead.
There's Jaw, last one alive. This is a 1v4 needed. He wants to shut it down now. And I think
that was a nice try. That'd have been hilarious if he actually got that kill.
Upgrades to be found here, to be honest. Couple of SMGs for sure.
Because he avoided the flash at that point. There was a chance. There was a chance.
Again, I'm going to keep my eye on the full shields. I'm seeing Baby Bay toy with the idea of a scope. In terms of progress, I mean, Jogger already halfway.
So this is a force buy, though. They have no choice but to keep forcing. Kept pistols on one side for G2. Keep pistols again. Makes sense. Go for a full gun run after. Probably allow for an Omp to come out, too, in the next round. So you don't really care about the Outlaw. How does he get one, dude? And a dink on another one, bro.
11 HP. He almost had him as well.
So to come through here, Valen Probably happy to challenge this now, but we'll shy away into the smoke.
I mean, he's going to walk this up, though.
Valon will be able to get back onto the angle.
They're still going to clear this corner, so thankfully it's Rose that checks first, so you don't have your low HP guy going in first with a longer cannon with the Guardian. Sorry, with the Outlaw.
They need that plant now.
The next round is super dangerous too. Jaw is going to have his ulti. You're going to have an AWP available for Baby Bay. And these guys, because they're just like, oh, well, running it down seems to work, they might try to go for another run it down round. Which I think would probably give G2 a good opportunity to fight back against that. If I'm G2 and BBL is just force buying with these fights, oh my god. I would probably get like Dre to like bait. Dre goes down this line, his TP, he has no choice but to go at this spot, so they're gonna try to run him down, and then you have Jogimo come out with the ulti, and then they just fight flood. Look at that. Psycho's trying to ask me to play Counter-Strike. Sorry, Don. I'm watching Valorant.
On the other side,
Chile.
Baby Bay already got one in his hands. I'm going to be tasked with holding down C long here. Lovers Rock looking as if he wants to go towards double doors to look for a pick.
Look at that. So they are trying to bait him. He's going to be actually at the top box. And instead of having to flood back from Jaw, they would have had to flash out from Leaf. So similar look. Similar look of what they're trying to do, but that's Psycho answering back unlucky. They picked the start. Actually, let me close Steam chat so you don't get owned by that anymore. Actually, I'm gonna do it at the end of this round, so I could get out of full screen mode. It was a great first pickup though to start for Lovers Rock. Now they smoke to avoid the drone.
Tries to challenge. Valon gonna find him stunned up. He stands his ground. There is no fear from this G2 side.
Look at that. You can even wall from short. That's such a good block to allow him to fall back. Wait, that is so sick by Jaw. And he gets the kill on Cruin. And he still has ulti. Wait, hold on. That was a great position for Jaw.
Bit of a death rattle back from BBL, but is there more to be found here?
They're chasing him. He has Spike. He's so with Spike, guys. What are we doing?
Joe's got him dead. That's Spike.
He's trying to chase after him because he's in the ulti. What are we doing, guys?
Make up for it. Digging deep himself. Calling the aggression.
They have to go back into B. They have no choice. Dre should pull out Headhunter here.
You can see it, just those pixels. He tries to creep forward, doesn't want to give away anything. Playing together, shoulder to shoulder. Trent was masterful at this before. Baby Bay doesn't get the shot.
Oh, bro. Okay, wait. Trent's winnable.
Trent in the 1v2. Flash goes in. He stands his line. Lovers Rock.
Oh my god, I thought he had him.
For BBL.
Just shots not hitting this time around too for that 2v2. It is what it is.
I mean, just seeing Rose.
All right, chat. Let me close Steam.
It throws the spike out on an island. This is such an insane.
The fact that LaRock is able to save that round right after, though, we'll have to give that to them for sure.
The Hunter's Fury being
Rose, what were you doing trying to run down Jogimo in his ulti? Audio? Okay, good. We're back. Oh, audio? Or we're back?
And they stabilize that.
Don't do this to me, stream. Don't do this to me.
Stinger for Valon as well.
So back on an eco, most likely for G2. But G2 has been pretty good on Thrifties, not gonna lie.
Say 3, it's 4 basically. You look towards A, it's just Trent down long. Lovers Rock gonna note Valon. Does that give away much, or do they do?
He's gonna peek this. You have
they
to.
Intended and continue towards the C side. Baby Bay now on the line. BBL weighing up their options.
Wait, he heard the TP, so they're gonna keep at that spot. They heard the Omen and the Neon.
Two players here.
They're gonna high-low this behind the boxes. Oh, almost should have had that.
I'm ready for that.
Yep, I'm looking at middle as well, though. We have pressure.
Wait, the walk through here. Now they hear the rotate across. Nice kill by Rose. Gonna get the free kill into Omen at least. So Lloyd. Oh, caster curse.
I really thought Valon had that one dead to rights. Up next
at least he get the off for the next round because he got rid of Lovers Rock.
With a sheriff, he's just gonna send it in. Okay, look, they're going to keep it up.
I mean, they could still buy an op in the next round, but I think it's better to save this one.
Power to you, Leaf. Would love to try and keep this. BBL, again, it has to be flawless the entire time, Mike.
Did I spot that, by the way? Jorgamo mollied Lover's Rock, and he just burnt to death. I don't know if there's any damage initially on that peak, but Leaf does have the operator in hand. Probably going to try and do some damage if he, well, can get another angle, but
he's being hunted.
I was going to say they're hesitant to obviously force the issue here. Slip back into garage here, and Lloyd's already pushing down long. They should know about this.
Yeah, that's one, and there goes the operator. Okay.
Wait, they get to keep the op for Lover's Rock. So it'll be another op versus op battle in the next round. So far, though, the openers that I've been getting for BBL has all just been through Lover's Rock's op at the beginning.
Now they're back on a good buy here. Another big challenge coming up for BBL.
So again, like I told you, Chad, big responsibility for Dre on the defense to fight against Lover's Rock here.
Held in place by the trip to follow on from that. G2 call a timeout here as a couple more ultimates coming online.
Yeah, what do we have? What is the Coinbase, the Coinbase, whatever it's called? Will the Spike here be killed this round? Yes, because G2 is winning this round. Coinbase something something. Not econ report anymore. It's like win condition.
4 rounds here in a row for BBL.
I want to see what ultis we have available for G2.
On the other side of that, actually, Lover's Rock does have his dimensional drift available.
For the mainstream chat, if they could cancel anyone who likes stands and doing some hand signals to others or something like that, when they're seeing a tier 2 team that do...
G2 can afford to kind of just take their time on this.
Wait.
There isn't particularly a hurry.
Is it Coinbase clutch? No, I think it's Coinbase win condition, but they're not showing it to us. Sorry, I was trying to read quickly, Jen, and it didn't seem like the copy paste made sense. If they could cancel anyone who like stands and doing some hand signals at others or something like that, then we'd be seeing tier 2 teams as tier 1 teams because everyone does that, not gonna lie. What do you think? I don't think they have hand signals. Hold on, let's look at the ults. I mean, it's kind of even. I think it'll still come down to Lover's Rock trying to find a fight, and Baby Bay has to shut him down. And they're gonna try to take him towards the A site.
A bit of damage here initially.
They have admins and refs also around the stage, so they're keeping an eye out.
It does have that operator here.
But also, it's so dark. Like how they prevent that as well so far as they're sitting in a circle is that one, their stage is elevated. So you can't really see the crowd at the bottom anyways. And then if you're and the stage in itself is so well lit with the surroundings being kind of dark that you don't really see your surroundings. So I don't think they're able to cheat that way.
It's kind of a powder keg waiting to go. Babybay's got a line
On players standing up.
Still has Trent there by his side, and obviously Valen toward that CT area, but G2 aren't willing to fully commit to the rotation just yet. Still have enough players here.
I think it's different, for example, in Counter-Strike when you're sitting in on the stage and it's elevated and you're looking into the crowd. Even if it's not well lit, maybe you can see something, but at least as a circle, you don't have a chance to really see.
Now, Jaw has to be careful not to get caught out on here, because look at where that spike's heading. Look at this TP as well. That could catch him.
They just saw him. They just saw him.
I think Jaw does.
Yeah, they just saw him when he TP'd out.
Does keep it in mind. Loiter might be dead. He is.
Huge pick.
At the helm of decimating BBL here. Down to 3 now. Look at Desperate in this.
Wait, that was through ulti, so he has info on 2. They're gonna slam up the site.
Actually conceded by G2, but Leaf's still here.
I don't know how they're going to make it across.
They'll let him plant, though. They're still in a plant. 5 versus 3 retake. With Cosmic Divide. Yeah, exactly. They have to move in now. Big flash. Huge flash. Double flash, too. We got Rose in the front. Lover Rock's about to come through the wall. Oh, my God, Rose. But Dre gets the last kill. So we got exactly what we wanted. Dre against Lover's Rock. But holy shit, Rose almost won that round. That's a big GG. That's a big GG, chat.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna say this now because I want to speak to you guys real quick as we ease into the game, as we're setting up.
Yes, sir.
No matter what the score is, I need energy from Nate. I need locked in dives from Alex, confident dives. Trent, I need confidence to your teammates. The way you speak to each other is the way we're gonna play. Okay?
Oh, Valen's being very assertive. It's not like, hey, guys, we got this. It's, guys, you better lock the fuck in. And lock in, they fucking did. Well fucking done, boys. Chat, I'm gonna throw some quick ads. 2 minutes as well. Maybe 3, actually. Let's give the poll. Wait, not the poll. The predictions. Choose outcome. G2. Let's do the second one as well. I'm gonna run 3 minutes of ads. I'm gonna go pee as well, and then we'll be back for the second map. So running the ads now. And we'll do the preds as we're at it as well. Start prediction. Map 2. G2 or BBL. We'll put 10 minutes for that one as well. And we'll see you guys in about 3 minutes.
He's hunting down that title.
The time to write the next chapter in the esports history books is finally here.
And they fold it in his hands yet again. He steps up to the plate and he can knock this one out of the park. Now they shall be engraved alongside the greats.
Pa' subirle esa chapa me gustan pila y tú sabes que yo soy que estoy la G mentira. Full de los bolsillos para darte lo que tú pides.
All right, chat. We're back. Will anyone from BBL Esports get a fist bump to a teammate on camera? Yes. Which team will be in the most pistol rounds? G2. Will there be an ace at the end of this map? No. Yo, what's up, Hoverboard? How's it going? Just woke up. How the hell you're waking up at 3 p.m., bro?
With Josh RT of G2, dominant win on Haven. What is your evaluation of BBL on that map and how they played?
Honestly, I'm very, very impressed with BBL. When I watched them, I thought, man, this Rose guy, he has like great IGL calling, and I'm very, very like impressed about how they structured their team and all the pressures they apply. So it was a lot of overnight studying for me, not a lot of sleep, but I feel like I prepped the boys well to show them like what to expect, and I think we handled it well. Hopefully we keep it going. I know map 1 we usually do all right, but map 2, like sometimes we fall back. So I gotta make sure the boys are locked in.
Okay, well, one more thing, because the boys were extremely hyped up. We've never seen Leaf stand up so much. Is your plan to tell him to keep it going, you know, let him have it? Or, whoa, tone it down?
He had a great first half start. I think in the second half, I think it got into him a little bit too much. So, as usual, I'll make sure, like, he tones it down a little bit, like, make sure he's even more even-keeled.
All right, thank you, and good luck in Greece.
That's a good answer by Josh. I like how he always answers honestly.
Welcome back to our analyst desk on the other side of an utter shellacking of
Very impressed with 11-1 on their map pick for BBL. Yeah, hell yeah. Are Alex and Jen still together? They don't date. It's not Jen, it's Victoria. Victoria, the host in Pacific.
G2 had and just how much the work for Josh overnight paid off.
Yeah, this is our Verizon iSpeed moment. It's a Telestrator I have prepped. In the pre-show, if you were watching, we talked about how good the Cypher composition was.
What I like at least from map number 1 is that the prep from G2 was really nice. The only thing that we haven't really had a chance to see for the side of G2 on their attack side is what would have happened really in the 4 versus 5 scenarios if they were to get picked off early. Because they were actually shooting everything for G2. They were winning every single fight. There was no need for them to try to like rework the map on a 4 versus 5 when BBL wasn't shooting on the first half. But everything else, like I said, in terms of working the map, spreading the map, working util, keeping players at bay, man, they did an excellent job in the prep there for sure.
Going back mid, and their job is going to be to destroy this tripwire and remove information from BBL's defense. Already one question created towards A. Now here comes the next question mark. A flash out into mid. They go and take space in garage and
which Josh, all his players to take a course on how to win well. Yeah, he's been working very hard for sure.
Bring through the Phoenix wall. Does utility damage. So they throw it in a position where as you watch that icon, look, it burns away. Down goes the Cypher Trip. There was a C's comboed to make sure Kreven didn't swing and pick that up. And all while that's happening, well, look over towards CA site. There was a rotation away from Rose, who felt like that was going to be more of an execute on the C side of the map. And now there's a question mark here, question mark in mid, question mark over towards A. BBL is lost.
What was missing was trying to get control back on middle after the first util use. This is probably a defensive smoke that was thrown.
That map as they walk in.
Yeah, it should have been given. They should have been more proactive on working this line instead of smoking this for Loida.
BBL. This 11-1 was brought because of prep.
Because you had both the Neon and the Yor, right? What you could do at this point is flash out, double swing, and TP out and give it space if you need to. If not, you take that space. So they were missing a lot in terms of like how to react for BBL, and we knew that there was, or from then on, my take is that there was a lot less preparation for BBL to play against G2 on this map.
We need to talk about Jogimo and Leaf, especially about Jogimo.
You've been enjoying Masters so much? Mates getting knocked out by AG was a good watch? 100%. 100%.
All through and through, even in the last rounds where G2 was struggling to close this one out.
I love how Achilles made a reference to Death Note for Kira. Yeah.
The amount of space that they found,
anime fans.
Go up against them and all of the flashes that they were putting. We know that BBL likes taking on those duels.
I really want to get on the casting booth at some point.
It does feel like also, because you have utility damage,
oh nice, Sideshow's back home.
You need the shock darts to clear some of the Cypher utils. So it opens you up to bring the fade in here alongside this already really impactful double flash setup.
Yeah, there's so much utility to bully players offline.
That's who I'll probably send you guys over when we're going to have to leave the stream. If we have to leave at some point during the second series, chat, I'll send you guys over to Sideshow so you guys could say hi to him and congratulate him on doing such a great job on the desk. The first leg of Santiago. Does that work?
Cho didn't even need to play. That was insane. I think that he didn't even like have duos with some of the players. And on the the other side, right? Let's speak a bit about BBL.
What is my VFL pick, by the way? Do I have anybody to get me some points today?
Really seems like everything just happened too fast for them to adapt. And the ideas that G2 kept bringing in did not make it any easier. We also have to talk about
Nashi versus Energy. Yeah, dude, that'll be an awesome game to watch.
Have a good map, and it resembles a little bit about what happened against NRG.
So we got Envy that could maybe get us some points today. If not, that's it. So there's probably a big chance for players to come back and catch up to me. Envy, Davai.
Here with Kiev, BBL now.
Sorry, let me not block the interview.
First half on Haven, which was your pick. So why do you think the gap was so big in that first half?
That was the start like we did against NRG. We just didn't show up, and we have no brave to fight against them. But like we played Energy, hopefully it will be like this on the second map and the third map.
Slow start, but the boys are locked in and you guys are ready to go, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, thank you so much and good luck.
Okay, so Key of the opinion that this is exactly the same issue they had against NRG and they just quote-unquote didn't turn up.
I disagree. I think that the key to map 1 was G2 watching the VODs, coming in with very strong specific preparation of how to dismantle BBL's.
All right,
defense,
already going
and
to the
BBL
second
not
map. Let's
changing
go.
enough to adapt. I think that's more core than just individual underperformances.
But I think it does hold the resemblances with NRG. Do you not remember that Pearl and how they were so sure about the composition and whatnot, and how they dismantled it? So I think that there is a point that Key has there. Now, can he find the same solution that he did against NRG? Speaking especially about Larocque, as we take a look at the Agent Select, another player that I think we highlighted a little bit in that highlight was Leaf. And I think that for me in this map, even starting on the attack, I really have high hopes for the performances that he's going to have.
What do you have on Breeze?
Yeah, it was a really great read map 1 from G2.
So again, remember,
G2 of how they
will
moved
these
around
guys
the map
start
on their
falling off
attacking
because
side.
of these
I'm
roles in
expecting
the
them
second
to wanna
map? That's
play
our big question
similarly
going to
here.
this game.
Breeze is a different beast. It's a lot easier for the individuals like Larocque and Lovers Rock to get involved.
We need to for that to not happen. Where I'm like, okay, this is a G2 that's a top 3.
At what they're best at.
And do not forget what's at stake. We're speaking about BBL with the potential of making history, and it's not going to be an easy
Yo,
one
what's
to
up,
make.
Wesker? How's it going?
Let's jump right back into the action after a
Please
quick
don't be
map
toxic to me, sir.
1.
Please stop
Pansy,
the threats.
Hypoc, it's on you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, this is the fun part, isn't it? Breeze now coming up next, and BBL with a brutal wake-up call of the difference of these sort of levels. You earn your legacy.
How you doing, by the way, Whisker?
Santiago
Good to see you. Good to see you.
leaves nothing to be hidden, nothing to chance, as G2 have set the standard, and they've set it high.
Yeah,
Forgot the gamma to print. I put it up for 20 or no 20. I put it up for 10 minutes. 20.
Of map 2 for BBL. Talking about previous performances here, but you come.
I was like, can I extend it for 2 minutes? I probably can't, right?
And there's just huge opportunities for a team to completely disregard timings, disregard macro, and just take the fight to you. G2 now with the upper hand in this series, and the upper hand in terms of the mental game on the stage.
They should do a shot call. Will there be a tech pause this map? I don't want that. We do not do that, Sharky. We do not do that here. We do not condone tech pauses here.
Do they have that killer instinct to just put them down? BBL better be ready, because Jaw. Okay, been put to bed pretty quickly, but the trade's there.
Nice for the clone to be a shield, though, for the team.
The site are open for now. BBL close enough by the broken wall, but the plant's going to be in. But look at Rose's
Big flank
position.
from
Does he get
Rose.
the timing on this, he has managed to slip to window.
I think it's Rose, right? Because he has the
So
X taunting you here.
Still in a 3v3.
So it's Rose, not Rose.
Gonna get back behind this through mid.
Flanks on flanks.
But they don't have a wall anymore here, so yeah, so it's an open gap, and how Dre still gets the pick.
Doesn't need to do too much.
Goes back into main because there's no smokes on the other side too, so they can start just playing post plant.
To build time. Lock with another tap, more utility put into play.
Now they know there's off. They're gonna call out the off. Now Dre's the second one to peek, or I was gonna say after the second tap. Now it's a 2v1 on that.
Everything they need here. This should be done.
Nicely done, boys.
With a great start, simplistic in approach, and what you want to be seeing.
These early rounds key.
I was waiting to see the map that I completely forgot. Understandable, 20.
Already mentioned the Rock, but also Lovers Rock, a much slower map. And a couple of individual performances from him a little lacking. He's so crucial to their success. See any investment here from BBL. Maybe they toying with a scope, but maybe 2 Bulldogs brought into this.
Gonna walk down mid, maybe try to get elbow control.
Purchase here for G2. Rose on the other side of this on A main. We have the drone, wall invested as well, so he decides to try and challenge here.
A little bit of a better wall so they could challenge and try to take this spot too.
Now for the BBL side, G2 just going to get themselves set up into this post plant again. It is classic.
Cutting a lot more. You keeping them really towards orange at the beginning. That stun's gonna get so much value from Jaw.
The one to be doing it. Oh.
Yeah, that's super clean.
Are we getting a vintage Jorgamo performance today?
All right, that's good confidence to pat some stats at the beginning for both of those guys because we need them to like feel the game in the second map.
The Bulldog. BBL, unfortunately, gamble stack elsewhere on the map.
Like, both of them get value. Look at that.
Nice. As well.
No scope on the second. Look at the transfer. Micro, getting 3 kills. All anti-eco. But that exactly, you see what I mean? They need that confidence to go into the later rounds. If they're able to like convert this going into their gun round versus like a Lover's Rock op, dude, they're looking awesome to just clean 2-0 this game for G2. If not, we're seeing a map 3, chat. Not gonna lie.
And I feel like just momentum-wise, mentally, they need to kind of get a grip back into this game as well. Obviously, that first map, it's easy for us to kind of maybe reset mentally ourselves.
Where'd that good part go? Did it miss?
Very oppressive to handle. G2 would love to continue that. Don't think that Aldron's going to.
All right, they got info on 3 though. They heard shots, they heard camera. You know, Rosé's at middle.
Now gets a step towards the site itself.
They need this pick to happen. This is the big fight happening towards mid doors here. That will help them decide to go A or not.
Hold on, Loiter and Lock still putting up a fight. Loiter does well.
Spikes down though, unfortunately. Yeah, there you go. That big pick was right here. If they get that one, that's a super easy pullback from elbow back to A site. Very nice dual shots being dual wins, sorry, coming out from the side of BBL, and that's probably because they didn't have the best of guns going for G2. This is where it gets important though. This is what I'm talking about. You're finally gonna get a gun round coming out here from G2. Will the first kill be a headshot this round? It is a headshot map because of how big it is, so I'm gonna go with a yes here. Ninfuria double op BBL on Breeze? Yeah, possibly. Possibly. They probably played double op on defense for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't remember it personally because that was one of the games that I threw on my TV and I get to always fully watch and focus on, unfortunately. Because it was a game that happened throughout the weekend and I was doing dad duty while watching the games.
In terms of the bigger picture,
I'm always a big fan of this wall.
Respect the purchase.
Actually, I threw this wall before even looking at pro games because I just felt like that was so much better to throw than this wall.
Already Lover's Rock taking a TP across this side. It's a good read from BBL. Don't be conscious of mid though. There's a lot of pressure coming through double doors.
My eyes are still on the rock for now. It's, as you said, depending on how much pressure these double doors players.
I think this wall is also very good.
Done really well to help them out.
Especially when it comes down to pulse plans to delay, you can't really have players like get good value of lurking off middle. That's what we want to see. See, exactly what I was saying. Look at Trent. Trent's pointing at them the whole time. He looked up, he's pointing. He's like, wait, I'm not in range to plant yet. I fucking love it. I love it. So look at what you have to do when you have to like re-clear. There's this, or you walk it through here. You have to go through here before coming across. You're blocking so much visibility.
Just checking.
That smile.
That damn smile.
That damn smile. But still, for G2, it is going to be grinning after that round. As you said, going into the stats.
Yeah, that's great entries by Dre. Not gonna lie. Unk is back.
BabyBay absolutely just punching him down. It's a scary prospect now because we know that G2 can walk into these bigger, heavier sites and come out pretty cleanly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a clear difference in the fundamentals. G2 hit their stride on map 1. Like I said, it's why my eyes are on these slower rounds, maybe towards the...
Yeah, that's a nice flick on Lover's Rock.
Site executes. Loiter, I mean, a freebie, yeah, caught by Loiter there. Is beautiful from Trent.
Yo, LaRock, hit a shot.
Ooh, the crowd going, ooh.
Oh, it's elimination day today. You can just feel it. And now the buy's looking a little shoddy for BBL, but they have the operator. It's just Rose who's going to be suffering a bit here. Top mid. Try and make it work with what he can afford.
The other side does have a scope as well. Not many light shields, but crucial here is LaRock doesn't fall immediately.
Oh,
he's good for 2.
He's hit shots now, baby.
That's 5 HP left.
G2 gonna get their answer back, but in the kill feed, it's Leaf and BabyBay to try and find a little bit of room to work. Good chip done. I think that's Creven down on 10. There's still a little bit of danger in this. Might have just closed the case now. BabyBay up against 4. Showing a little bit of firepower in just that round previous. Hard to make it forward though. An initial challenge from Loiter. Get himself out of there, reset.
He's gonna try to challenge against Lover's
I mean,
Rock. I'm down, but
game, I guess that's what happens when you
nice
call
start by
out
LaRock.
Certainly heard that. Curious if there is a response. Rock now will have the Blade Storm on the back of that success. Initially here, able to just jiggle back and forth and the catch on Jorgamo.
That's a respectable position to start too, because we haven't really seen too much early A pressure or presence.
Elsewhere, I mean, Lover's Rock's one away from the Dimensional Drift. 2 more points for Loiter to get the pit.
And if you really think that G2 can't talk shit, just keep watching this game, man. They're ready for this one.
Oh, a catch on Leaf, actually.
Oh, just on the leg, it looked like 13 HP is what Leaf gets to stay alive on, but still want to go for the pop here, G2. Building off the back of Baby Bay's ult, potentially looking at that next punch forward, that next pop towards this. Baby Bay.
Wait, why are you slash out, bro? Come on.
And Loiter just turrets them down.
Bro, he already stunned the back sight. He just needs to gun out and fucking fight him, man.
BBL on the back of the Dimensional Drift to try and open up this site.
He fumbled his util. He comes out of ult. They already got fucking Neon stun and a recon in the back sight to ping him.
Now going in their favor.
Yeah, he keeps just util out. Yeah, that is not good by Dre.
The investment coming there for G2.
Bro, does Spike be platted this round? Probably an eco round, right? If it's an eco round, probably B. Sorry, B.
All tied up, 3 apiece.
Wait, how do I choose? How do I go back to choosing B?
Okay.
Available Hunter's Fury here. For
Did I fuck up? I fucked up. All good. Fuck it.
Right, but no respect given.
Hey, it's okay. We guessed correctly. We're going towards A here.
Who looked like he wanted to pop there off the quick pressure. Tried to take a refight. Baby Bay.
Nice first kill by Dre.
It's Loiter and
Good trade out.
Those next lines. They do try and make it through again. This is going to be bloody between these two. Baby Bay going to get a rifle at least. Gets on the sight.
Oh, nice peek by Loiter. Guy just fucking appeared in front of his screen.
To withstand this pressure. And a couple of players investing here for G2. Still, Rose showing the willingness to go forward, to set the tone, try and win out in this mental battle. Down on the stage. Again, come to Breeze here. It's a map that suits BBL to really switch things up, go back towards playing very fast and loose, relying on some of this raw firepower the roster has. Just missing 1 point here for Kreven on the Neural Theft, and it's a fully stacked ult cycle for BBL. No surprise to see G2 take a timeout here.
Off to Bergheim we go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jorgamo looked like he was bopping to it there as well, actually.
How many ultimates will be used in round 8? We're round 7 going into round 8. How many ults do we have?
How much of that was in the homework of map 1? I guess if you know this veto is coming up, you can
We're using 5 ults.
You can just go, yeah, they're a good team, but you know, we just prepped really well, and I mean, they couldn't do anything.
5+
they're
ults.
a great team, but not against us when we prepare.
So I kind of love seeing that though. And again, it was absolutely worth the lack of sleep that man got to get map 1.
He looks like he hasn't slept in days.
Yeah. I mean, welcome to eliminations, I guess, right? You got to get that prep done quick. But you're right. It's the ults now starting to sit and settle into play for BBL. You can kind of see the change around here, that momentum swing that's come in. But G2 are very in the fight.
It's a big old run, I feel.
Still taking a lot of kind of chances.
Take space.
Say. I do want to see if that
or just take space, ulti, ulti on plant, post plant, retake with ulti, counter pit on A side.
But having the macro to back it up as well. Stun here will prevent Lover's Rock getting onto the deeper angle, but still going to post up here. Damage done just yet, but a catch from Lover's Rock won't connect.
Oh, they got the ulti back.
Kind of keeping unable to kind of
oh, sorry, the TP back from Lover's Rock.
BBL feeling a bit of that pressure starting to build towards B, but I'm not seeing that full commitment yet. Nice clear on the utility. So again, the checklist just being worked down by G2 here. They don't have to hurry it. Still about a minute.
And the thing is, like, Leaf also held onto his wall too, right? So they're trying to work this and probably try to go back into like this split into A site with the Viper wall here. Especially with this pick coming down early too. This is a great opportunity for them to try to work down towards mid doors and keep this Viper in that pit, so they could focus on fighting the back of the site.
Set their sights on Dimensional Drift.
Good mid-round ulti for info. There's that 2 ults.
Way off on the placement initially.
Yeah, not looking that sharp on it, actually. Lover's Rock.
Here's that wall. There's 4 ults. No 5th ult. No 6th ult. Well, Trent might... Nah, Trent's not going to use here. If those guys didn't die, you're definitely were seeing ultis from these guys. Ah, man, those nice kills by LaRock just prevented the ults from coming out here from us getting our shot call. Unlucky.
Sending message after message. For 13 seconds, Valen would love to deny that bit of confidence. With nothing to lose, LaRock would love him to be buried as he is. Back up now as BBL starting to look scary.
LaRock trying to hide the smile on his face.
We're so close of getting it, chat. We just needed like those guys to gain space on mid right over here. Why is his back turn again? Every time I see Leaf, his back turn when he's getting shot in the back, bro.
Towards Beach. Again, I'm curious if that's going to be the approach now coming out of the timeout for GTO. It's just, again, reverting back to kind of what worked on Haven, which was waiting for BBL to pounce forwards. Get much of an opportunity. It's a huge investment for BBL. Coming out with just
good damage though. Jump spot to find info, and they see nothing on mid.
Put G2 back onto an awkward bite. Couple of pistols, couple of stingers.
Probably need to start finding something to find some info here, because now there's like a huge question mark of these 2 spots. And there's no TP on the other side, so now G2 has the opportunity of 5 versus 2 to take these A site. Sorry. Yeah, they kind of screwed that up.
They know that Lloyd is nearby. Jogamo would, I mean, ideally find him, and G2 again threading the needle.
Oh, 5 HP on the rock though. Still get a plant though. They're still in a good spot. Nice kill by Valen. Holy.
Showing him how it's done on this one. Going
by not already adding the second TP when he already TP'd on the first time was probably a big mistake there by Lover's Rock.
Into a post plan here. Lover's Rock and
They didn't allow themselves to like rotate fast enough to support the team that were pretty much in forward positions on the A side.
Coming through on middle. Creven's going to find Baby Bay. Trent is only going to get 1, so it's down to a 1v2. This is difficult, but not impossible. Lover's Rock, though, has a little
just saw him,
but he hasn't caught the timing on Leaf.
Nice shot by Leaf.
Was that eventuality for a MasterCard thrifty turn? G2 once
big
again
entries. Wait, is this an X2 but a blue color? No, that has to be a Vaxi mouse, right?
BBL slight misreading in the early setup here, and unfortunately Rose going forward once more. Try and greet G2 on the way in. Unfortunately, Reuter just slips into the gap. Backside of that Viper's wall.
Like that type of play by like jump spotting and not seeing anything on middle. You got to be ready to know where the hit's going to be coming from on the other side, and it kind of feels like a Haven when you're giving up a little bit too much space. And you're letting your attackers, your opponents, take some good map control.
Very quickly drift.
So you're just relying on your good aim to try to take the retake. But G2's been pretty good, and like, remember G2 on thrifties are always really good on these slabs.
But with Creven on an island, I don't think that's coming.
At least they'll have a TP on this line, and they can double up in the tunnel. So at least in this area, I think he hears the TP across here from Jaw onto LaRock. Oh, Lover's Rock, sorry.
This is a much different pace coming out from G2 here, very slow and
keep the drone floating above the smoke to try to look back towards Elbow, and they still don't see anything yet.
They're going to hear the operators here, but do they find Creven? Yes,
oh, they saw them both.
They got full idea of
they wrap around here, which is good. They got the stun.
I think he's got a great idea of where that Cypher.
Nice. They definitely checked that corner now this time.
Takes side control. Rose, unexpected but adjusted to. Jorgamo, great diligence.
Nice shot by LaRock. Big fight on the flank here. Good. Loida's dead. This is a guaranteed round for G2.
LaRock wants to go though. He wants in, and he's just been let off the leash. Clears back sight, but G2 do not want to let this one slip. And now all on LaRock in a 1v4. Near on impossible.
Yeah, great job, guys.
Ensures it. Safety at the end, but G2 now
the ult was a little expensive there when you're playing 4v1, but I mean you want to guarantee the rounds. They were starting to look really good here on the retake so far, or sorry, on the defensive side so far for BBL. Which wall would die first this round? Duelist.
And the money's still sitting okay for BBL. Really seeing an operator.
Keep looking at me. The second one.
Leaf still egging them on. G2 on the brink of having both duelist ultimates here. The last 2 rounds. LaRock leading the charge here for BBL. They desperately need to make a stand here on this map too. And only going to have the neural theft to work with. Like I said, a massive investment on that previous round.
Yeah, opened up quite a few chances for G2 now to kind of regain the scoreline and control on the half. The fact they were able to build back with 2 just now and the way they've done it, it should put a little bit of fear in BBL. They've been broken on that A side, broken on B. They haven't really been able to get LaRock there early enough to find impact again. Look, he gets there eventually and he does do some damage, but by this point I feel like G2 have kind of suffocated some of that build of momentum that BBL might have been banking on.
Maybe LaRock. Well, initially here, LaRock going to be the first point of contact towards A. Does now have Loiter to provide some support. Again, is the answer for BBL to prioritize towards mid. Behind some of these A site hits is a massive gap between Rose and his ability to really provide much support. Jogamo identified here early on. Switch up of positions for Walker, but he still looks as if he wants to challenge.
I wonder if they kind of know here for BBL that if G2 keeps holding on to the wall, it's like this, or like whatever that they try to do in the mid round.
See G2 unaware of that just yet. A clear difference in pace.
What does the drone spot though?
Nothing. I guess that's very huge. Look at him instant rotate.
Tag onto Jorg with the recon.
Leaf could already start throwing this wall and start slamming into the front. Valiant's down at 10 HP though. That's a nice little push out. I respect that from LaRock. Why not? You're able to dash away if you want. You get info on your controller, but for them, they probably still think, okay, this could still be alert, so you can't like earlier rotate already from the B site.
Can they withstand the pressure? The vice
and it almost seems right now for GT, all they had to do before they started activating was waiting for the TPs to be gone here from Lover's Rock. So there's no fast rotate again, and they go into the right moment to hit. Even if the wall misses as they try to cross, but
look at the position from
still works.
Still able to control towards middle. Still able to get away with what they want. And this, well, it looks simplistic. It looks stylish. And it looks absolutely on
Felt like the
money
neon
for
wall
G2
missed for
now.
them to cross over, but it still works in the end.
Has to try and break this crossfire that is solid as a rock. G2 have the solution.
It was a whittle away at BBL in these slower rounds.
Oh, he's going for the curls again. Valen's with the curls again. He's thinking.
Position here because of the stun just forces him.
He's thinking, what's next? Guys, is this rumor true? Narrates back at Carbon Core.
Posted up with the operator towards mid.
He'll take the spot of Shadows.
BBL.
Who's in our roster now for KC?
As best they can. Still an operator in hand for Lover's Rock, which is a huge positive. Bay does have that dimensional drift available here.
This mid-pressure G2 have found what they wanted. This was the way that they've been pressuring towards A, putting Rose on the back foot, keeping Lover's Rock a little humbled deeper on the sights. See LaRock trying to be patient about this, but he found no footing in that prior round. Again, that want.
Again, thinking about the TPs over here, right? So this one's gonna be removed.
Going a little more proactive on the back of Kreven. He's not feeling the pressure, and his utility's not dealt with.
First TP is gone. Now they start walking up a bit.
They're leaning to the other side of the map here.
There's that second TP coming out.
Once again, show this diligence.
Who's next?
I'm actually surprised that they're not trying to be a little bit more aggressive down the line though with the TPs. They did try to go with the jet peek again, so they have the info on B site. So at least that's really good to hear for BBL. Oh, to try to find early info.
Sensational! As G2 trying to scale forward, it's Trent to find a
They
bit
can
of
pivot back to A site though after this pick.
here to play off of.
If Leaf can win this one, he's looking at it. Oh, now he just got spotted. Now LaRock's watching this side. He won't be ready for it.
They don't have that comfort on a site just
Yeah, now they have no choice but to go towards A site. The TP's coming across as well. Because he's got 2 kills, he's got the TP already, so that's just too good.
Leaf unable to make it through.
I think it's very nice on that peak from LaRock that gets these guys right on B site when you realize that there was nothing in here.
6-6, Mike. This is a much better display from both teams.
Great response found here, but to come out all settled up at 6-6 is a huge positive for G2 in terms of BBL's early intention here. We'll have to see if that carries across to the second half.
Which role will get first blood this round? Duelist. That is so funny. Chat, look at this tattoo.
Red Bull gives you wings.
It's a mozzarella stick. That's so good. That's so good.
This building is a temple to Satan. Tonight, you are the offering.
What is this? They will kill you. Is this just an action movie? Is it like a Kill Bill style? Just crazy movie of like bloody stuff? Will there be a 30th second half? Yes. Yo, welcome back, Ian. Hopefully your games have been good on Marathon. When did you switch over to Valorant again, Vance? In 2020 when the game came out. Were you one of the day ones where you were doing 9 to 5 plus other esports in the beginning? Yes, I've been doing that since 2002. So like in 2002, I was 18, so I was still a student living at home. So I was trying to make an esports career out of just casting and living at home and working like a part-time job at a grocery store. Then in 2011, when I wasn't making any money and I was also indebted, I was like probably $30,000 or $40,000 in debt at that point because of buying flights, food, and stuff like that too, and paying minimum every single time on the credit card because I was not making money casting either for these events. So I had to stop and try to find a real job, and then I started working 9 to 5, and then still cast CS online. So I couldn't travel to trips. I couldn't travel to events anymore, but at least I could still cast online to keep practicing my casting and also stay involved in the Counter-Strike community. And then in 2020, when COVID hit, I lost my job, and then Valorant came out, and then now I'm doing Valorant full-time. Did you see the mini agent teaser? I think it was fan-made though, 20, if not mistaken. The one where you have like the little resonance heal and then the bubble smokes, right? That does audio. I think that was a fan-made account or a fan-made thinking of what the agent could be. Although I could be wrong. Oh, official Valorant page. Is it the Clarity remix? Because I did see that one, and that's fire to listen to the Clarity remix. Initiator gets the first blood.
G2's preparation for these pistols seems absolutely on the money. Trent sitting nice and deep on the center. Look at this. He's barely seen him, and he's basically been there.
Nice, Trent.
Start to end, Trent has been a brute force to handle.
Wait, nice answer back by Cruin, but at least the spike's down out in the open, so we've overheated again.
Good wrap spawn here. I mean, there's still a TP from Babybay to prevent that. Loiter down to 40, yeah.
This still becomes a 3v2 retake no matter what for G2. So it's fine for now.
It's getting weird here.
Because as these guys stay grouped up and these guys stay grouped up, the retake should still be like, if they're going to plant and then try to gain some space, then it's a 3v1 in potentially 2 separate occasions. It could be a 3v1 to a 2v1. So G2 sticking together is huge. You see exactly what happens, right? You're trying to cut rotates. The other one has, they both have to play heroes right now for BBL. So at least you have a plan for a person playing Nest. So you're able to cut rotate, listen to noise, and also play post plant. It now becomes this person to try to stay alive and hopefully get one. This is why he's playing on top of the boxes and trying to watch that line. He's hoping to get one. Especially as you hear 0 audio, you know they're coming from main. And it's Loida with the Sheriff, so this is big. There's that first kill. This is very winnable now for BBL. They put the camera up so they know where the second position where Cruin's at least.
Backline threat, but a 1v2. Jorgamo and Valen have done the hard work here. He's taken him off the defuse, not got the hawk yet. He tried.
Nice save by Valen.
And that's close. But they've got
Oh my god. If it was close, he was 40 HP. If Cruin got that kill, that was a huge round. Where was the mistake? It was Cruin throwing up his camera. If he actually didn't throw his cam and just let his teammate and bait his teammate, that probably would have given them the round because he has the surprise factor. But throwing up the camera on the wall, that's a slight mistake in my opinion.
Kill from Loiter.
Yo, hoverboard comes right in time for the 6-7.
Find the pistol here.
Yeah, I think so, hoverboard.
In the second
G2
half.
looking pretty good in pistol rounds.
Grab and throw it, Sheriff
Oh, by the way, 20, is it on the Valorant, like, Twitter?
G2's by that, happy to just probably tuck
Because
it
I'll
inside
look at
for
it in
these
between
closer
maps.
angles.
In practice right now? Good luck, dude. Good luck.
BBL into a desperate play. I don't think there's any confirmation here. I didn't see a ping on the back of the drone, but BBL very quickly regroup outside B.
Wait, they have Megan from Cat's Eye World that's going to be there for Chile? That's crazy. That's actually pretty awesome.
Careful not get overwhelmed. Does take the way out of there, exchanging space with LaRock, but as it stands, it doesn't feel too threatening just yet. G2 might be unsure if they are still fully committing to this with 50
Yes,
seconds.
please. Put it in a chat in between at the end of this map if you don't mind, please, 20, so we could click on it and watch it.
As well. Surely they've got to be aware there's a chance someone's made it here. Baby Bay on a bold position, but I guess he's got Leaf by his side as well.
Wait, that's why he just took his huge.
And take away the threat.
Yeah.
A shot in the dark, and
That
it's
allows for you to
rewarded
play a
with
bait and
Lover's
switch.
Rock.
He just got the perfect timing to get it around.
Reposition around.
That was huge.
Nice timing for Valen. Even though it felt
Now they got the window for the peek. They see him.
Positions
Easy
great
kill
here.
for Jaw.
Good control
ADSing
shown
with
by
a
Jaw.
Spectre.
As now LaRock.
Nice shot by LaRock, though.
Is that a classic?
Yeah, double classic headshot with cheese.
14 seconds.
Another dink there onto Jogimo.
For LaRock there, but
That was through a
G2
wall, though.
finding a nice second, building a cushion now.
Yeah, great composure on the B side from G2. And just not even really confirming the retreat back from side, but that pressure in mid doesn't amount to much. The form of success or a kill towards side that makes it any easier for them. And Foxrock just caught there on the spam. Lover's Rock pick up a scope here early on. There's only 2 light shields on the side of G2. Trent and Leaf, the 2 targets we'll try and look for. The orb here, and Jogamo looking to get involved very quickly. Rose might get caught off here.
Oh my god, they almost got him.
Looking to go right on the end of the orb retrieval. Should be in Leaf now. Spotted out. Trying to put Baby Bay a little deeper.
But I quite like this discipline from G2. They're playing just aggressive enough to keep BBL not feeling any sort of ease, but not overextending, not giving away picks. Oh God, timing on that.
Don't think this drone's getting all the way in.
Oh, Leaf. This could be nasty work
didn't kill
for
him.
Still able to keep space on the site, and LaRock
Wait, goes
can
back
find
into
Baby
that's
Bay. Leaf
huge.
gets traded.
He
BBL
doesn't even
get
care
this
about the
access
vulnerable
to
from the
site
snake
now.
bite thrown by
First
Loida.
player by is going to be Trent.
It's good damage though. This is a bonus round for G2, so he'll take it. Could have maybe had 2.
So damage.
Especially when LaRock like dove in. I thought that that was a free kill there.
Lover's Rock is down on that 14 HP. And LaRock's doing fine, catching Jordan.
Nice spray by LaRock.
That pressure really. Oh, the timing for Trent here could be, well,
What?
should've worked
Wait,
good.
hold on.
LaRock's
The
gonna
flick
get
from
three
Kruin,
and get himself
even though
right
Trent
back
has
up.
a small
BBL
gun,
not out of it yet.
from the POV of Trent, it looked like Kruin insta-flick into that kill. I hope we get to see the replay on that.
Coming out of that.
You have another minimap bug for me? Word, word, word.
G2. Leaf
Wait, do we see it? Let's see it.
It's another situation where they're just waiting for G2 to swing out. And G2 attacking.
Show me the
in,
Kruin one.
Playing
Ah,
much deeper
unlucky.
on the site.
Well, this might be planning this round, yes.
Yeah, actually reverting away from the purchase. I think initially saw 2 or 3 hinted.
Sheriffs and Stingers again for G2. Trent and Baby Bay the ones to be down on that. And another attempt to draw the eyes of
Great
Valen
match.
or Jaw. It feels like BBL is starting to get a little bit of a beat on what G2 like to do on this. Now that's one thing to
Oh, it
know,
wasn't
but
a
they will
bonus
take
round?
another to
What the hell
handle.
happened here?
Trent, those shock darts were
Oh, yeah, it was a
absolutely
6-7. That
unbelievable
was
last time. This time around, maybe a little bit of
a
chip
mixed
on
buy
those
that they had, I guess, for
potentially,
2
but
rounds.
mostly the fact that
I
actually
missed the
G2
econ
have
there.
a good couple of footholds on this site has given me pause for thought. Baby Bay keeping a nice line here. Lover's Rock needs to be careful not to get caught out. He does have help, but they're trying to close in. Jorgamo not going to get the shot he wanted, leaving Rose alone to his own devices. Good flash couldn't shut down the kill though, as BBL keeps security here. 5 standing.
All right,
so
8-8
far.
scoreline.
I'm sure LaRock would love to keep that rifle.
Absolutely.
I think they'll just let Leaf die to Spike.
They can maintain.
Just trying to find exit through the doors, but
here, a flawless round
I think
five
not giving an orb is huge here.
Huge for BBL.
Yeah, I got Rose chasing after him too, so Rose can get ulti next round.
Just chomping at the bit, man.
I mean, Leaf's kind of nice with this though, but he can't get it all. So takes down Rose, but again, 8-8, tied all even. And I like what we're seeing.
The teaser has some copyrightable music. Perfect.
Yeah, we're seeing a little better in terms of the.
Thanks for the heads up, 20. I think I played the Clarity one, by the way, on on stream earlier on, but whatever. I don't think that Zed should copyright his music. Or maybe since it's a remake, maybe it's not copyright. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Which team will win map 2? G2.
Only the neural theft available for BBL here, but good progress elsewhere across the board, actually.
Operators in. Baby Bay's going to have that in hand.
Yo, let me see the minimap, guys. Thank
Looking
you.
like a tempo shift coming out from BBL straight towards the A side. Baby Bay is here. Valon's got his side. Going to be traded in on. Baby Bay's got to land.
Oh, that's a huge pick before. Picking before the hat comes out is a mistake. Well, not necessarily a mistake. You're just trying to duel as much as you can. It's a 1v1. You're hoping to get the pick and to get info in a second pulse.
Finally in place for G2 is totally turned.
It's definitely doable for the retake though, or for the win for BBL. So Rose and Lovers Rock have been pretty good in these disadvantageous positions. Also, they have Hunter's Fury, but unfortunately Lover Rock's just dying now. Can't ulti.
Boss standing, punching back up on the scoreline, putting themselves on 9.
That's the mini agent teaser. Oh really? I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that.
Opportunity here for BBL to recover. The operator is causing too many issues here in terms of scaling any further forward.
This is basically what I looked at. Was it this?
The pace change handled
Was it this?
very well by G2.
Maybe the agent's like this robot potentially.
Leaf just one away from a pit.
How many kills will LaRock get with their next Jet ultimate? One. Okay, yeah. So we did see it. And I was saying earlier on when I was watching, I was like, I'm always down with that music.
Yeah, and I'm interested in this timeout. If it is how to handle that operator now in play. This is BBL's timeout.
I love the Zed.
Maybe just kind of how they want to approach the map from this point onwards, because I feel like there was room to
Although
play
this is a remake, but I love the original Clarity song.
Now we've seen that buy start to kick in. Now we're seeing those ults on the horizon as well. This has to be a very well thought out re-look at this from BBL if they want to stay in this fight.
Really actually coming out of that early exchange. G2 with an upper hand, considering the buy behind this. Again, I'm just curious now, especially with the operator. Baby Bay's happy to go a little deeper in towards mid. Again, just heavy anchor these sites. I said if BBL can get themselves to a post plant, a pit would be huge to their success. Rose not been on point with the Hunter's Fury today. If you can find a catch, that will be also crucial to their success. And Spike not going to be committed here, so an early probe potentially towards A main. Just to catch a pick here, and looks like Juggernaut and Baby Bay might be getting aggressive towards top mid, as I mentioned.
Yeah, you're spot on. It's going to be a very early check for Revan on the other side if they do decide to go that deep. But
I mean, they can just leave him there.
Potentially.
Broke camera early here, though.
Side A, and we've got to argue now, going to make inroads towards the B site. 3 members of G2 this side of the map.
If the ulti doesn't path through this side, there's a good opportunity for these guys to late push down the elbow and fight this.
To get any sort of
see where Lover Rock's gonna go. Going straight into B. They should activate these 2 guys to push down this side.
This could be great positioning for G2.
Because you're seeing Valorant play soft side anyways, right? So he has to fall back. As they clear mid, I felt like they should double this up to watch this line. Now it's just Dre alone. Okay, it still works. He still gets the pick because he has an op.
Backline now open, and Trent posting it forward. LaRock on the swing, gonna take down one. Loiter in unison, but it's down to Rose and LaRock.
Nice fights, guys. Holy crap.
Left in a 1v3 as G2's capability starting to really
and the jump spot just saw him.
Fuse toyed with LaRock trying to get in closer. Too many targets.
Nice, Trent.
And G2, two buttoned
That
up,
was such an important kill with the op here.
Baby Bay goes forward.
And like I said, ulting and not watching elbow, where you get zero information later on in your mid round on your exit. Because remember, the camera got broken early at the elbow, but they have nothing in the mid round to really know how many players are actually positioned at this tunnel. Valorant's playing soft side, so they weren't looking to anchor up B side anyways. They were looking to reflood with the Hunter's Fury.
I mean, he's absolutely right.
He actually is.
So again, especially in that moment, if Jaw walked down towards elbow with Dre, I would have been confident with that for sure. Because you can guarantee your trade. If Dre misses his fight against Cruin, that's a tough spot to be in for the retake for G2, but Dre didn't miss his shot.
Really come online, but this time he is very, very present in this. And another question to be asked of him. They do continue on this.
LaRock has Blade Storm here. They might look just full exit into this B site.
Round out this purchase. And there we go. Operator noted. He is tucked in the corner. And how long does he stand? Confidence does get quelled. But
oh, he got 0 kills with
a
knife.
Again, still holding his ground. Unaffected and unfazed.
I love that too. So you throw the one-way smoke that Ethan loves to play, and now the clone, if you can break it, it won't flash you, so you can still hold that line. He runs through his teammates' molly, so he's vulnerable, and then Valen just gets the kill. This is not good.
And BBL just trying to clutch at straws here.
We get the plant down comfortably now. Baby Bay still looking for angles with the operator.
Did he get a pit? No, Loida already used his from the last round. I forgot about that.
Really many feasible options for them. They need to catch this reposition back into main group. It's not looking his way.
Oh, they are just being run around.
And to get the info on the last guy. That's exactly what I was saying before, man. That Cruin against the op. Remember, he's really good at aiming. Cruin.
I don't know if he knows about Leaf, and with 13 seconds, it makes no
So it doesn't matter on that elbow fight before. It's like still a 50-50 for how good Cruin is at aiming. And thankfully, Baby Bay got that one previously.
It's going to be a little awkward for them here as well. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I did catch that. Lovers Rock stepping into the snake bite, catching. I'm not sure if it actually had an impact. They're so eager to dig out Valen. Valen, who was crucial previously in terms of anchoring sites and basically just going even as best he can. Stalls out so much time for G2 to reposition.
Okay, set up now, postured up, shouldered up. Maybe they playing from those double doors. Just going to be backing away. He was there in support early on. BBL would love to locate this, but Baby Bay's being pretty tricky at the moment to pin down. Portal is done. Send this one out, and
I was gonna say, I don't think you drone so that these guys can start walking up and Drake can get the pick, but they just droned it, and then he had to use both of his TPs now, just to try to keep this line. With maybe like 5 seconds left, maybe you try to jump down and spot this this info in TPL. Yeah, he's already removing to spot both lines.
On the other side of double doors. Baby Bay towards top mid. This could
Thing is, right now you've already used drone very early on this round, so you don't have information for G2. You have to be aggro on the peaks, and you're just hoping that you're able to stay alive after you find info.
3-2 split coming in. Jorgamo deciding he wants to look towards that A main approach, but here comes that pressure. Jorgamo trying to be tricky with it himself.
Nice kill by Jaw.
Down, melts Loiter, and goes back in for more.
Oh my god. Vandal moment for Trent in the smoke. Or was that Valen? That was probably Valen, right?
And he's not stopping either. Continues that presence, allowing Leaf now to come alongside.
What movement by Lovers Rock to just break Valen's ankles?
Rose on the site, Lovers Rock watching the cross for that Guardian. Is it going to
and
be
Lovers Rock was probably able to pick up a weapon because of that. Has a Guardian.
On here, Rose going to be forced. Oh, not forced out by the snake bite.
There's still room to play. Still room to try and hold.
Oh, what a shot by Trent. I know exactly where the last guy's at.
There is little to be done as Lovers Rock desperate to do it. The connection
can't wall it.
Good enough. And Trent is out for blood.
Big 4K by Trent.
Kills. G2 making it up to 12.
And the connection just not landing with the Guardian there.
Oh.
But a beautiful.
You're seeing the shots, man. It's like wall bang, wall bang, wall bang, barely hitting. Josic.
Oh, it's glorious from Trent.
Just magical. Krevin again, he's looked so antsy in some of these situations. Well, we're talking about the desperation for BBL to rely on that raw mechanical skill they have. Is their demise once more?
All of those hopes now pin on this round.
Trent has whole T2 after that 4K.
This is the caliber. This is the quality.
Oh man, they took down Rose. They're tempoing up. The spike's still down, dude. These guys are just not coordinated anymore. Oh wait, that's a nice little opener though. Pings him for 80. Jaw still gets the kill into Lover's Rock though as they're trying to push towards spawn. They're so late to plant, but at least there's a trip watching flank.
Spammed out. There's still a man advantage for G2. Jorgamo gonna be
and that's a big ulti out from Kruin.
Now playing into BBL's hands.
Well,
wait, why are you not checking, dude? You ulted. You know he was flanking. Were you out of the open there, man?
Great as LaRock has to backpedal away, and the site starting.
Oh my gosh.
It could be all fine.
Jaw with an ace.
Jorgamo as LaRock desperate to hold on, desperate to dig deeper, to do whatever it takes to stay alive. 6 bullets.
Oh, it picks up the Guardian for the kill, man.
Break them down to pieces. G2 sentence BBL to silence in Santiago.
That was a good series. That was a good series.
G2 demonstrating the value of their preparation today in map 1 and then coming out happy to go blow
That's awesome.
Blow with BBL and standing tall, again bringing their A game in terms of the trash talk on the stage, in terms of in the server as well. BBL left licking their wounds here.
And a fun prospect for the future for BBL. Love them, hate them. You certainly paid attention to them. But on the other side for G2, it was a show of force, a show of quality, and a hard opponent to meet in these moments. Elimination games really do put you under the brightest spotlights here. Today, BBL will be taking that long road home.
Absolutely, something just not clicking for BBL here. Again, you could argue it's the playoffs curse and coming in cold, but certainly not the case today.
All right, we're going to wait until the player winners interview, and then I'll probably send you guys over to Sideshow. Second time EMEA has failed to get a single top 4 team in international. Really?
Individuals standing up for G2. This one, everybody stepping up to the plate, doing what was necessary.
I mean, we knew, right, chat? We knew that Valorant is America's and Pacific heavy, right?
To push top 4s, top 3s, ideally into finals, and we saw it from every individual.
One team you could think of, you could like trust to make like a top 4 if they make it to international is probably like Fnatic.
As ready as soon as possible. For G2, it's got to
but second time after all these events, that's not too bad, right? After 5-6 years.
They were prepped, they were
in terms of records,
and they were firing on all cylinders today.
Yeah, that was a nice big game. Yeah, job's definitely not done.
How are you today? So I want to talk to you. You guys knew that BBL was coming with that firepower, and you just eliminated them with more firepower. How are you?
Because that's Energy in G2 top 4. Potentially Paper X and Nongshim top 4.
That was a very good momentum win for us. They said they were better than All Americas. Didn't show up today. Unfortunate. But yeah,
Split bug word.
Y bueno, básicamente conversando un poquito de lo que había sido esta partida, cómo se estaba sintiendo después de haber eliminado también a BBL. Dijo que habían comentado los chicos de BBL que ellos eran mejor que Américas, pero aparentemente el día de hoy no lo pudieron hacer, así que obviamente se está sintiendo increíble. So now you guys were standing up since round 1. The energy was amazing and the atmosphere you have going on in G2, it's absolutely great. I just want to know, you guys played 6 matches by now. How do you keep that stamina up? How do you go into your hotel, just reset that mental? How do you guys do that to be in the best form possible every day?
you can't dwell on the past. I mean, we lost.
Doesn't show the jump up box for B Heaven. Oh, the little box beside in front of dumpster.
We're not going to play to our best. So we know that we just have to reset, go next, and give all of our energy 110% today. And yeah, we're standing up from round one because they're just talking a lot. They're standing up too, so we give it right back to them.
And that's perfect, and it worked out because they were absolutely intimidated by you guys. Y ahora hablando un poquito también de lo que es ese reset de mental, sabiendo que han jugado ya 6 partidas, que el cansancio se sigue acumulando, pero ellos se siguen viendo muy bien. Dice que lo ideal es no pensar en el pasado, que todo.
Thanks, Hoverboard. I'll send it over as well to my contact in Riot. If you find more, keep sending them, and I'll keep linking them over to him.
Intentando ahí hacer algo, pero estos chicos finalmente los acaban venciendo. Now, Trent, for my last question, you have been so important closing rounds, clutching for your team, and you have been so consistent. How have you seen your personal growth throughout this tournament by now?
I feel very calm right now. I feel like my stress is very low. I've been very careful on it in my health. And I don't know, I'm up there, and in every situation, I just feel like I can win it. My confidence is at an all-time high. And I know that everyone up here is nervous. They want to beat me. So I'm using that fire, and I'm just playing calm and making them make the move, and I'm feeling it.
Yo, let's go, Trent. Good answer.
Ahora hablando un poquito también de la constancia que él ha estado llevando durante todo el campeonato y cómo ha visto su crecimiento también durante todo lo que ha sido esta Master. Dice que se siente muy calmo, que finalmente la misión de los otros es ganarle a él.
I love how loud they are. There's so many G2 fans out here in Chile. That's awesome.
Simplemente lo hace muchísimo mejor. Trent, thank you very much for this interview, and we are going to our next match. Who's gonna be the next eliminated? Paper Rex or All Gamers? We'll get there.
All right, awesome interview. Big dub for G2. Chat, I'm going to send you over to Sideshow because it's 3:50 Eastern for me right now. Pretty much in the next 40 minutes, I'm going to have to pick up my kid and my wife anyways from daycare and work. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day. Again, unfortunately, this might be my last stream for the next maybe 3 weeks, or unfortunately, because my kid's getting his surgery on Thursday, and he's going to need like 10 days to recuperate before he goes back to daycare. So my wife and I are probably taking time off work so we can spend time with him to make sure he's good. And then, yeah, family first, health first. But until then, man, enjoy the watch parties with everybody else. Thank you so much for the love and support for every time I'm online, guys. You're amazing. I will always appreciate that as well. So thank you for hanging out with me. It's not thanking me for the streams. It's thanking you guys for hanging out with me every time I'm live. So I'll catch you guys maybe off-stream games or whatnot in the servers. But enjoy the stream with Sideshow, and I'll see you all in roughly 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. If not, you'll catch me at the America stream for Stage 1. Much love. Love you all, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.